for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. Hey, new videos today, USA Boxing, man. We back, man. Another day, another dollar. You see what I'm saying? Another day, another dollar, man. Today is OJ Jew-Man Mondays.
Hey, okay.
OJ Jew-Man Mondays, man. You know how we do it, man. OJ Jew-Man Mondays, man. We got to start the week off with OJ Jew-Man because OJ Jew-Man, he kind of like the guy that set it off. And after he set it off, then everything else comes right behind him. You know, we got Gucci Man Tuesdays. You see what I'm saying? What else we got? Sir Mix-a-Lot Wednesdays. We got DMX Thursdays, RIPs to DMX. And we got NWA Fridays. But anyways, man, hey, man, shout out to everybody, man. We're going to let YouTube send out the notifications, let everybody know that we on, 3 o'clock. I'm going to be here, man. The old boy going to be here. You can count on the old boy to be here 6 days a week at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm thinking about doing 7 days. I'm thinking about doing Saturday as well. You see what I'm saying? But the Sunday show, we had fun yesterday. We had fun yesterday. Anyways, man, we're going to go ahead and let YouTube do its thing, man. You know what I mean? A lot of videos we got to cover today. The Bronze Bomber did a video with Jabba the Hutt. So Jabba the Hutt, he did an interview with Jabba the Hutt. Anthony Joshua, he did his interview with Johnny Nelson on Sky Sports. You see what I'm saying? And a whole lot of other people been doing some things as well. We're going to address that. But it is what it is, man. You see what I'm saying? Hey, but let's get into this. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this, man. You know how I'm going to do it. I like to give everybody a shout out. I like to give everybody a shout out, to show my respect. Put some respect on y'all's names. I'm going to respect it. We're going to put some respect on your name before we do anything. You see what I'm saying? We can't start the show off without putting some respect. Yeah. So we're going to do it like this. Shout out to the Queen, Lisa Bales.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Halim from the UK in the building.
Hey, okay.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Like the video. Hey, like the video for the old boy too, man. Like the video for the old boy. I'm going to tell y'all a story about the old boy in a minute. How, where the old boy saying come from. If you're from the South, that's, if you're from the South, not the South, South. That's SOUF, South. That's how we pronounce it out here. He in the South. And then if you go to Texas, they say the North. Yeah, man, the North, man. I'm from the North and the South. They say North and South. NOR. I guess that's NORF, North. All I don't know how they spell that. I guess that's NAW, the North, NAWF. Like North. You know what I mean? That's how they say it in Texas. But anyways, I digress. Shout out to Double A with the link read.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Fury and Survivor.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my man Charlo with the link read, baby.
Hey, okay.
Pugilism, what's going on?
Hey, okay.
Hey, man, shout out to who else we got in the bill? Rider of the Storm, what's good, brother?
Hey, okay.
Hey, shout out to who else we got? Ricky VW, V-Dub. Ricky V-Dub, I'm gonna call you V-Dub. I like V-Dub better.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Thomas. Thomas, what's going on, brother?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to man, Diallo Huggy, man. Where you been at, dog? Dog, where you been at? Man, I ain't seen you since 72. At 1972 Players Ball. It was me, you, it was Dolomite, Pretty Tony, Macaroni Tony, Biggie Smalls, Kansas City Mac. Shout out Big Nuts, but I ain't gonna, I digress. We'll talk about that later. Shout out to Rod Rib Shows.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man James.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have, man? Shout out to Supreme Tax, man. Where you been at too, man? Supreme Tax. I guess you been out there taxing everybody, huh?
Hey, okay.
Checking your fly paper, seeing what's sticking.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Andy C. What's happening, Andy?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Michael Knight of the Knight Rider.
Hey, okay.
Where's your car kit? Here you go. Hey, Jawan, what's up? He said, nah, coach, it's North. Jawan, what's going on, man? Jawan, what's going on? That's a good brother there, man. Jawan, man, what's happening? What's happening, fam? What's up with you? That's my brother here. Jawan support the LDBC, and this is a good brother here. You know what I mean? From what I'm seeing, he's a good guy. And and it is what it is. You know, we got much love for Juwan over here. Shout out to Paul Evans. He said the North. Yeah, NAWF. I figured it out. Shout out to George Hall.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jeff Lucietta.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to you Wapo.
Hey, okay.
You know, you wop like the wop. Shout out to Michael Buffer. Since I stole your voice, you know, on my intro, you know what I mean? The least I could do is give you a shout out.
Hey, okay.
You know, we don't mind stealing over here now. You know what I mean? We don't mind stealing. You know, and we hear something we like. Hey, listen. We hear something we like from another channel and we like it. You know, they say, Coach, what about the authenticity? What about the originality? Yeah, I got the originality. I'm originally taking that, and I'm gonna take it over here and we're gonna remix it. That's what we're gonna do.
Hey, okay.
He said, not until. Shout out to Not Until.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Emmanuel.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Bone Kiki. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Man, shout out to my main man, Smith and West. You feel me? What's up with my brother from Detroit, from the D?
Hey, okay.
Y'all don't know that Detroit. Hey, that's a true story. It was some players in the nation of Islam out of Detroit who put me up on the Gator game. You know, when you in the nation, when you in the nation, man, you know, the top brothers, you got to wear Gators. You got to have your Super 100 suits at that time. You know, now they wear Super. Yeah, they probably wear Super 100 still, the Super 150s. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You see what I'm saying? I know. I the first pair of Gators I had was some albino color skin Gators. Stepped off of Chicago, was going to Savings Day. Here, Farrakhan speed. Stepped off of Chicago. I had the albino skin Gators on, and I had a royal blue suit on, looking like a true player. You see what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me nothing. He said the best shadow of boxing. Man, Leon Musa, man, salute to you, fam. Shout out to Bruce Goals and Leon Musa.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Johnny Blaze.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Victor Bada and Paul Evans.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Blue Sky.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Peter Von Arts.
Hey, okay.
Hey, shout out to Eliza. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lee Luna.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Alan Skill. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Johnny Blaze. What's going on, bro? Hey, man, let's get into this, man. You know, hey, shout out to the JBN, John's Boxing News.
Hey, okay.
What's going on, fam? Hey, hey, man, listen, man. So you know how we do it. You see what I'm saying? Now, listen now. Now, a lot of interviews. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Wilder gave a pretty good interview today. Wilder gave a pretty good interview. Couple things he said I want to address in that. I'm glad because he gave some clarity about something as it relate to Fury. He gave some clarity as it relate to Fury, and I'm so glad he did that. And I gotta give a shout out. You know, the guy who I like to call Jabba the Hutt. I stole that from the YB. I heard the YB say it, and the shit was so funny. I just said I'm gonna take it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Shout out to us, even 7-8. Even I be banging, but even 7-8 asked a really good question, and he asked a really good question, and that question led up to the answer that we got from Wilder. So we're gonna talk about that as well. You see what I'm saying? Good answer. Shout out to David.
Hey, okay.
All right, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and chop it on up. You see what I'm saying? Now, what I did like about the interview with Anthony Joshua, and he did this on Sky Sports, I think, guys, with Johnny Nelson. Joshua said that he doesn't want the easy fights, which is a good thing. I think when you are a championship fighter, you should not want the easy fights. You know what I'm saying? He said he only want to fight the other champions, and he also said that he want to fight the other top 10 fighters in his division. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you have as many belts as he has to defend those belts until all mandatories. You know, he has to defend his belt against all mandatories. If you don't know what a mandatory is he's the number one guy in that division. He's the number one contender, right? He's the number one contender, and that's just how it is. Now, Anthony Joshua did say that he doesn't want to fight the easy fights. He only wants to fight the other champions and also the other top 10 fighters in the division, right? In a recent interview with Johnny Nelson, as I said before on Sky Sports, Anthony Joshua, he pretty much talked about how he relished the challenge to fight the best fighters in his division. Okay? Now, he also said that he did concur that this is the only way that a fighter can find out what he is made of not. And that's by fighting the best fighters in your division. I.e., now you got Oleksandr Usyk. You know, a lot of people saying that Oleksandr Usyk is going to beat Anthony Joshua, and Oleksandr Usyk is this Russian monster, and he's this, he's that. Man, listen, let me tell you something. Bruh, I am not sold on Usyk. Now, I am sold on his boxing skills. He's a good boxer. He has good footwork. He has a good engine, all of that stuff, right? But he ain't no damn killer. But I digress. But Joshua's not a killer neither. But I digress. But we going to, but I think he's more of a killer than Usyk. But we going to find out September the 25th, right? So now, Anthony Joshua told Johnny Nelson that he doesn't fold under pressure and that he loves a challenge. And to be fair, and if you look at Anthony Joshua's resume, it backs up everything that he said in his interview as it relates to his resume. Especially if you look at his last 10 fights. His last 10 fights, he ain't been effing off. You see what I'm saying? Even with the loss, right? Now, of course, a lot of Anthony Joshua detractors, they will say that Anthony Joshua folded like a lawn chair under pressure when he fought Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? Now, if you consider a fighter losing a fight is folding under pressure, then we can look at every fighter in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That has pretty much ever had a loss or has a loss is folding under the pressure. I guess Sean Porter folded under the pressure 3-4 times, right? Danny Garcia folded under the pressure 3-4 times. If you're gonna look at it that way, Canelo Alvarez folded under the pressure with Floyd Mayweather. We can go on and on. If you want to look at folding under the pressure, if you want to look at someone losing, it's folding under the pressure. If that's how you look at it, right? Now, however, I will say this: it's not how however, this what I say. This what I say. When you lose, right, guys, it's how you take the loss and bounce back. That's what shows what you're truly made of. Losing is going to be a part of boxing. You know what I mean? Very few fighters leave this game undefeated. We don't want to see any cherry picking, right? We don't want to see no ducking mandatories. We don't want to see no excuses. We don't want we don't want you, we want you to fight. If you're the top dog fighters should be only fighting top dog fighters, right? We got Wilder and Fury fighting each other for the third time. Those are the two guys. That's one of the two of the best heavyweights in the division. They're on the pecking order. They fighting each other for the third time, right? Now, Joshua also said that he doesn't want it easy at all, as I said before, right? And the reason why he's saying that is because of this. He said that he wants the task to be hard. If you're a top fighter, you should want that. Even if the experience is not always in his favor. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Have you guys ever tried to accomplish something? You pray to God. Anthony Joshua said this in an interview. You pray to God for strength and God, please give me strength to do this and to do that. So you pray to God for strength or whatever you believe in. You pray to whoever for strength or to get this and get that. Well, in order to get certain things and gain certain things in life, you're going to have to go through some certain struggles in order to get to that point. We're going to talk about life today. We're going to talk about boxing, but we're going to talk about life today. You see what I'm saying? Now, from my point of view, Anthony Joshua understands that in order to be considered one of the best that's ever done it, or one of the best, period, he's going to have to prove it. Talking about it is one thing. Proving it is a whole nother task, right? And the only way to do that is by fighting all of your mandatories and fighting the other champions. Now, if the other champions do not want to fight you, then there's pretty much nothing that you can do about that from a champion standpoint. You see what I'm saying? And that's with any fighter. But the only way that any fighter would know how good he or she is in the sport of boxing, they will have to challenge themselves by fighting the best fighters. You can't be fighting hobos and bums and Uber drivers and Walmart warehouse workers and cashiers. You can't have a resume full of that and then say, I'm the best. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Tommy Morrison, RIP to Tommy Morrison. RIP to Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison had a mean left hook. He had a meaning. He had a mean left hook. Tommy Morrison was a bad man. Guess what? Against tomato cans. When he fought, he was the bum slayer. And I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, I'm just being honest. But Tommy Morrison, he didn't fight Tyson's. He didn't fight, I think he fought Lennox Lewis. I'm going to pull his record up in a minute. He fought George Foreman. When he had step-up fights, he lost. Now, he beat George Foreman, but George Foreman was 75 years old. He was 75. You see what I'm saying? So again, the only way that a fighter would know how good he or she is, they would have to challenge themselves by fighting the best. And guess what? Sometimes when you fight the best, you lose. It doesn't mean that you folded under pressure. It doesn't mean that you can't fight. It just means that, goddamn, you lost to the better fighters that night. I would never look down on a fighter because he lost a fight. Never. The only thing that I would criticize is, I would say, well, dang, man, okay, you lost a fight. You could have did this better, could have did that better. But going back in the gym, make the adjustments, and that's it. You know what I mean? Give my analysis on that. But when you go to coming up with all kind of crazy stuff, I'm like, wait, come on, man. Come on, dog. You feel me? But that's neither here nor there. Now, what I want to ask you guys is this. Do you believe that Joshua is right, about the part about other fighters have to be willing to go through tough challenges in the ring? That's the only way you're going to find out who you are. Do you think he's right about that? Or do you think, no, fighters should be, cherry pick and fight bums? You know what I mean? Even if the challenge may not work in your favor. And if the challenge doesn't work in your favor, that means more than likely you lost. You know what I mean? More than likely you lost. Or maybe it was just a tough fight. Or maybe the judges gave you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. But if that's the case, even if the challenge does not work in your favor, and hell, you can even apply that to everyday life, as I said before. You see what I'm saying? What does folding under the pressure mean to you guys? Okay, we're gonna talk about that. That's a hell of a subject matter. Folding under the pressure. Because I saw a lot of comments, and people were saying, they were taking jabs at Joshua. So I'm not, about Andy Ruiz. So I'm like, okay, I make a valid point. But let's point out what folding under the pressure means. You see what I'm saying? And I want to know one more thing, guys. What are you as a person is willing to go through in life in order to achieve your goals? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share the video. You see what I'm saying? What are you willing to go through in life as a person in order to achieve your goals? Think about that. This is dealing with the subject matter of folding under the pressure. So anyways, man, let's see what everybody's talking about, man. Let's see what everybody's talking about. You know how we do it. We got to interact with the chat, man. Let's see. Leon Musa said, he said, I hear the interview in Emmanuel. He said, I hear in the interview Emmanuel Stewart, he told that the best boxer is that he is mentally strong, and Fury is very mentally strong. That can be applied to anybody, though. You got to, well, some people will argue that Fury isn't mentally strong, Leon. You know what I mean? So Mercer destroyed Morrison. Yeah, he did. George Hall, Lenny stopped Morrison. Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did that. He also did that. Hey, J.O., you back, huh? J.O. J.O. say the king is back. Hey, man, how old are you, man? Something telling me you're a teenager, man. J.O., something telling me you're a teenager, man. You must be a kid, man. Hey, Helene said, yeah, AJ is right. Mickey says, if you're walking around undefeated, you probably fought nowhere. Hey, Double A say he's right. Being number one in the division is all subjective and opinionated, in my opinion. You're right about that, Charlo. What makes a fighter number one? You're right about that because, listen, somebody thought that Tommy Morrison was the best fighter that ever walked the planet Earth. So, I guess your following, your fan base, whatever their criteria is, you're right. Hey, Charlo, you're right. It's very subjective. But we're just going to talk about this. Is what we're going to talk about. All subjectivity aside, we're just going to say there's a criteria that makes a fighter the best. This is what the criteria is going to be, guys. Let me go ahead and set the criteria. The best in your division means that one, you have the skill set that a lot of people recognize as this guy has elite level skills, right? That's one. Two, but you're going to have to prove it. How do you prove it? You prove it by getting in the ring with other fighters who are supposed to be elite, and you have to fight them, right? So that's it. You have, so this is number one is, guys, the best in the division. Charlo made a valid point. It's very subjective to the individual. Do you have elite level skill set? Is there an overall consensus that you do? Okay, cool. Now, that's one. Two, who did you fight to confirm that you fought elite level? Elite level competition. He said you can have all the muscles, but if you are a cow, you'll never win. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Wizard Sleeve say more fake, that's a fear of mental health problems incoming. Hey, hey, you get what I'm saying though, right? Right. You get what I'm saying. Do you have elite level skill set in boxing? Right. And then too, have you fought the best best in the division? Because if you reckon, if the consensus, guys, is this, if the consensus is this guy fought the this guy has elite level competition. Now the next thing is elite level skill set. Now the next question is, who has he fought in order to test, in order to prove that he has elite level skill set? Okay, let's see. He say John Wayne knocked out more men than nephew Tommy Morrison, and I like both. Oh, John Wayne, oh, you mean on the actor? Oh man, that wasn't real. He said when the pressure is on and you don't win, you can't handle it. You can't handle it. AJ beat Ruiz when it mattered the most. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. You know, when a fighter loses, you can say that when a fighter loses, you can say that hey man, that fighter folded under pressure. That's fair. That's fair. Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG.
Hey, okay.
Right, you get what I'm saying? You know, that's fair. That's fair. You know what I mean? Ortiz is the best. Yeah, they ducks. What's Ortiz? Which one? Please clarify. Hey, please clarify. Because depending on which one you say, boy, we got a whole show about that. Hey, Elijah say no matter elite people just scared, especially if Miho is not generating. Hey man, listen man. That's all I'm saying. So courage. He said courage enough to offer Wilder 100 mil, baby. Okay. All right. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. So, so now when you have elite level skill set, right? So I want to clarify this. Shout out to Silver Stream.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Strangingness.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Victor Bada and Blue Sky.
Hey, okay.
But you get what I'm saying though, right? No, so this is what I want to say. If a fighter loses, you can make the argument that, hey, this fighter folded under pressure at that time. That's a fair assessment. You can say that. Or it could be, man, that just the dude he fought that night, that was his night. You know what I mean? That was his night. He brought them MC hammers. You see what I'm saying? When it mattered the most, he brought the hammer from Alabama. You see what I'm saying? Joshua has fought twice since his loss, and now was on his third fight. Wilder hasn't fought anyone. Wilder hasn't fought once. He hasn't fought once yet since his loss. So we know who folded like a lawn chair. Well, Troy, to be fair to Wilder, he I don't know what the hell happened, bro. I really don't know. You probably have to talk to Jabba the Hutt and find out what's going on, since him and Jabba the Hutt, they real close. So I don't know what happened, bro. All I know, the fight didn't happen. One guy said he tried to make it happen. The other guy said he tried to make it happen. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Why that didn't happen last year? But to be fair to Wilder, I wouldn't say he folded because he didn't fight. And he was trying to just fight. He was just trying to fight Fury, and Fury clearly didn't want to fight him. After Fury clearly didn't want to fight him. So here you go. There we go with that Ortiz stuff. Y'all have well, hey, I don't know which Ortiz they talking about though. He might be hey, which Ortiz he talking about? Hey, hold on. hey, Goodwin, shout out to Goodwin. He said, chat, out to you, coach. Yeah, man, shout out to Goodwin, man.
Hey, okay.
I was just saying, wait, hey, we gotta figure out, we gotta get some some understanding here. We gotta get some clarification on here. I want to know, are you talking about Virgil Ortiz, or are you talking about King Kong Ortiz? Depending on which one you're talking about, I got a whole earful for you on that. Shout out to my co-host Shelton Moore.
Hey, okay.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Andy C. So he say now all he needs is 6 foot inch nails. Yeah, man. And see, well, he brought him last. Well, he did say he was gonna bring him in the second fight, but Pugilism say hate to say it, but Tyson's ear bite was folding under pressure. Gallardo low blows and Victor Ortiz headbutt are examples of folding under pressure. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But to be fair, well, I ain't making no excuse for Mike Tyson. He ain't had been to bite Evander Holyfield ear off. But Holyfield is a notorious headbutter. And listen, pugilism, bro, I got the receipts. The receipts I have is not only just for fights, but it's other fighters who fought Holyfield. Talk to Hasim Rahman, there's Lennox Lewis. There's a lot of fighters, and people will tell you, man, Holyfield will headbutt the hell out of you, bro. He was known for that. He said Crawford talk, man. But can he after talk? Crawford talk, man. But when can he after talk? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying, brother. To be honest. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. You see what I'm saying? He definitely say, coach. He talking about King Carl. No, hey, he said Ortiz, dog. Man, boy, hush. Boy, hush. Shout out to the Queen Carmen Serene. Hey, okay. Boy, hush. Man, don't get me started on Ortiz again, man. Because again, another thing, guys. This is another thing. When you say that when you say that a guy, if your criteria, this is the criteria. If you say your criteria for your fighter is he's the best, he's the creme de la creme in the division, right? No, forget that. Yeah, he's the best. The only way you're going to be the best is you're going to have to prove it. How do you prove it? You have to fight the other fighters who are considered just as good, right? And if you can beat all of those fighters, then we have social proof that you are who they say you are, and you are who you say you are. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. Smith and West said folding under pressure is when you look for a way out the fight, be it quitting or otherwise. Yeah. I agree with that. I can agree with that. Now, if you just lose a fight, that doesn't mean you folded under the pressure. I totally agree with that, Smith and West. I totally agree. Bro, you hit the nail right on the head. That's folded under the pressure. If you're looking for a way to get out of the fight, you bite someone's ear or you hit it with consecutive low blows, or you just don't get off the stool, or you take a dive. I.e. Malik Scott, you know what I mean? You take it, oh, bam. Man, I didn't even hit you yet. I hit the ground because I thought you hit me. You see what I'm saying? So, if you're looking to take a dive or whatever, anything like that, any form of quitting is looking for a way out. He said, Coach, why didn't Holyfield use his head Saturday? Oh, hey, Holyfield tried to use his head Saturday, bro. Well, no, he didn't really try to do it, but Holyfield's 58 years old. He's damn near 60, man. It's a done daughter for Holyfield. And I think the guy he fought was 44. He's younger than me. The guy he fought younger than me. So Victor Belfort, if he's 44, he's 14 years younger than Holyfield.
Okay.
Smith and West says losing is normal in boxing. Everybody loses officially. Yeah. Everybody loses, man. But in this era, this new era of fans, they think if you lose, it's a bad thing. If the major favorite and loses, he folded. What you say? If the major favorite. Oh, you saying if the guy is the favorite and he loses, he folded? No, I won't say that. I mean, losing is a okay. So I tell you what. So what you're saying is, let's say your favorite fighter. If your favorite fighter loses a fight, and he's the favorite in the fight, you're saying he folded? You saying he folded? He said, "Oh yeah, Holyfield definitely fought with stubborn. That stubborn big head in the clinch. Yeah, man, rubbing Mike's face, but everybody was next level. Yeah. Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, the man felt like he did what he had to do. I.F. Dave says, Coach, it's not just to fight them, but you got to win. Yeah, you got to win. Yeah, you're right about that. That's how you prove it. No, I forgot to add that. Thank you, Dave. Listen, you're right about that. You have to win. When you rise to the occasion and you have to win. Perfect example. Lennox Lewis lost 2 fights. But guess what? When Lennox Lewis rematched those fighters who knocked him out, listen, He knocked both of them out. Well, Oliver McCall had a mental breakdown, but it don't matter. I'm pretty sure those blows that he was getting hit with made him have a mental breakdown because he ain't had, so we ain't gonna give him no out on that. I think that was the first mental health case I seen in boxing. Oliver McCall. Watch the Oliver McCall Lennox Lewis second fight. He went to crying in the ring and just crying and stuff. Just go check that fight out. He had a mental breakdown, a whole mental breakdown in the the damn fight in the middle of the ring. But I'm pretty sure those bolos had a lot to do with it too. Andy C say, we can thank Floyd Mayweather Jr. for all of that. Hey, you want to put that on Floyd? That was what Floyd did to build his brand, though. I don't, I think what happened, Andy C, everybody else ran with it. King Kong Ortiz would beat all Mike Tyson's. Oh man, man, bro, I'm not even gonna give you no energy today, man. Today, man, cause now I know you trolling. Now I know you trolling, dog. I can't do this with you today. I already know you trolling, dog. I already know you trolling. I already know you trolling at this point. You know what I mean? You trolling at this point. You know what I mean? So he say that fight made crowd laughing, but I still feel bad for Holyfield. Yeah. Hey man, listen, man, he a grown man. He made a decision to step his ass in the ring, so. He knew he didn't have it no more. He knew he didn't have it no more. He had a minute stepping his ass in there. Game ain't based on sympathy, to be honest with you, to be fair. I felt bad for him, but at the end of the day, he made that choice. So, hey, man, he should have kept his ass home, to be honest. Lennox Lewis was the best of his era. Yeah, he was the best of his era. He said, haven't seen terrible examples of folding under pressure. Fair losses and upsets happen, though. Yeah, they do happen, bro. Wilder's next up to see if he can bounce back the halftime adjustments. He said, we saw Ruiz conduct himself as champ. How Fury has conducted himself as champ. To me, the pressure of that responsibility is a lot. Disciplined champs like Joshua, Klitschko, Lewis, etc. would do. Ruiz, I don't know. Ruiz went to hey, listen, they threw a parade for Ruiz. Ruiz went to ate all the tacos. He went to all the El Pollo Locos in California. That's a restaurant in California, El Pollo Loco. He went to all the El Pollo Locos in California. Man, he went to partying. Because Andy Ruiz was sleeping they say he was sleeping on his mother's couch at home. Before Anthony Joshua tapped him on the shoulder and say, look here, baby boy, come on over here, man, and let's squabble right quick. I don't try to fight King Kong Ortiz. He didn't want none, so and baby got popped with 20 different steroids in the system. So, man, and Ortiz taking you make that happen. Al Heyman let him go over there. Al Heyman never does business with Eddie Hearn, but for that time he let him go over there. So you get what I'm saying though. So I'm just being honest with you. PBC fanboy say Ortiz was 50 when Tyson was just turning 13, bruh. Eliza says, who has Crawford beat to be elite? King Kong? No, he hasn't he hasn't beat anybody in the welterweight division to be elite. But to be fair, if you're going to be fair and unbiased, which you probably won't be unfair and unbiased, the fighters who he needs to fight are with the PBC. The PBC and Top Rank do not do business together. So, they're forced to kind of do it now, and they had to force to do it with Wilder and Fury because there was a contract already in place prior to Fury signing with Top Rank, but they don't do business together. So if you got two promotional companies, one promotional company has all of the fighters, another promotional company doesn't have the fighters in that particular weight division, and I got the fighters, and I won't do business with you. You know what I mean? Because you got a fighter over there that wants to fight my fighters. You can't blame the fighter. You can't blame none of the fighters on both sides. And that's just being fair. You know what I mean? But everybody not gonna be that like me. So he said the last time you seen the fighter fold under pressure was Daniel Dubois when he fought Joe Joyce. No. You can say that for Billy Joe Saunders. He quit. He quit on the stool. He quit on the stool, so you can say that for Billy Joe as well. He said you can use that for Billy Joe. Yeah, you hit it. J.O. saying, Coach, I'm not feeling the love. Nah, man, you trolling, man. Hey, you trolling, bro. You trolling. You know what I mean? So, Pugilism said Lomachenko Lopez could be debated as Loma folding under the pressure of the young challenger in Tio. Man, listen, man, Teofimo Lopez is a hell of a fighter. He a hell of a fighter, bro. Very athletic. Very athletic, and he knew every move Lomachenko was going to do. He studied him. He knew, okay, when he moved like this to the left, this what you do to stop that. Like that boy was ready. He was young and hungry too. He beat. I don't know what the hell Lomachenko was talking about. He was talking about, yeah, I looked at the fight again. It was a draw. What was a draw where? I might have gave Lomachenko 4 rounds. I probably gave him 4 rounds. I gave him 4 rounds. He got his ass whooped. He did that. Lomachenko Lopez, yeah, he got his ass whooped. He said, we can't say how good he fight is until his career is over. We can assess it. Being undefeated doesn't make you the best. No, but it's what I said though. It's what I said. How do you base it? You base it on who you fought. Have you fought the top level competition in your division? And then it goes about what have you done on a consistent basis? You see what I'm saying? But to be the best in your division, you have to fight the best guys. You can't be fighting. You can't be fighting hobos. You know. But listen. I can pull up some fighters' resumes, and you tell me, goddamn it, was it some killers on their resume? How many top 10 guys? You're gonna be. I'm telling you, you're gonna be highly disappointed. He said PBC let Ruiz cross the street, because there was nothing for him to lose. Yeah, you're right about that, Carm. You're right about that.
Hey, okay.
You're right about that, Carm. You see what I'm saying? You're right about that. Mickey, what Mickey said? He said boxing exhibitions should have been banned after Ivan Drago killed Apollo. No, man. Hey, listen, it was supposed to be an exhibition. Drago made it something else. Shout out to Lady Shan in the building.
Hey, okay.
Kaboom. Shout out to Lady Shan in the building. No, man, listen, man. Hey, Mickey, listen, Drago made it something else, man. You know that. You know Drago made it something else. Diallo Huggy, he says, I'm outside of Kell Brook, injured, and Sean Porter, easy route, who has been beat to become elite. Well, the argument is going to be Diallo Huggy. He fought better competition at welterweight division than Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford fought Kell Brook. Errol Spence fought Kell Brook. But the argument going to be, oh man, he wasn't in his prime anymore. He was old, while ignoring the fact that he was weight drained. He went down from one division to another division to fight. But that's neither here nor there. Depending on what side of the street you're on, man, that's going to be an argument for days, y'all. You know how that is. You know how that is. But Sean Porter's not an elite fighter. He's a top welterweight. He's a 2-time champion. But I would think that people would look more at like Errol Spence is more elite than Sean Porter. When they talk about Sean Porter, they don't necessarily talk about elite. They just say, boy, Sean coming to fight. You know, he bringing foreheads and elbows, and you know, I call Sean Porter the fullback, to be honest with you. To be fair, I call him the fullback. I'm just being honest with you. Rod Rib Show says on what makes a good fighter. What makes a good fighter into the Hall of Fame? Hey, listen, he said, what makes a good fighter into a Hall of Famer? His competition. Who has he beat? If you have consistently fought the tough guys and you beat them, and even if you lost, but you came back and avenged those losses and stuff like that on a consistent level, because what makes a Hall of Fame is what you have done. You know, it's like a football player or a basketball player, like Tom Brady. He's a quarterback, right? Of my team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But you know, he's been a quarterback for 20 years, 21 years. He's 40 years old, 3 years younger than me, right? But he's been playing at a high level for 21 years in the NFL. That's what makes you a Hall of Famer. Can you play at a high level on a consistent basis for years? In boxing, can you fight at a high level on a consistent basis and beat the top competition for years? Now you can't be fighting. You can't say I'm the best in the division and you fighting Ortiz and Odo Wallins and Sefa Safaris and let's see, Do Hoppus and Arthur Spilkers. You can't, no. Those guys are Uber drivers. Some of them are bums. I'm just being honest with you, bro. You can't have a resume full of Arthur Spilkers or a resume full of Oda Waleens and say, I can't go for that. I'm just saying me. You know what I mean? But that's subjective to me. He said, Coach, don't forget Drago almost all part dirty. Hey, Drago was taking drugs for he was taking PEDs. No, he was taking PEDs for an exhibition match. Jawan said, can't say EJ not elite. Shaking my head crazy. Mike was a top 5 pound for pound fighter at the time. In this era of heavyweights, Anthony Joshua is an elite. Wilder is elite in this level of heavyweights. Fury is elite. Welterweight division. Errol Spence is an elite fighter. Terrence Crawford is an elite fighter in the welterweight division. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is an elite fighter as well. Can't forget about one time. Even though he ain't fought since 1979, one time it is elite. It is elite as well. Elite fighter as well. And the reason why is because he's an elite fighter as well because he beat Danny Garcia in his prime, I guess, if you want to call it that. Sean Porter whooped him. He lost to Manny Pacquiao. He only had one loss. Errol Spence beat Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. So yeah, Errol Spence is an elite welterweight. Absolutely, hands down. Hey,
okay.
Shout out to High Low for dropping that $2 super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said the Miami Vice boxing channel. Yes, man. Yeah, Miami Vice, man. Shout out to Crockett and shout out to Crockett and Tubbs. Crockett and Tubbs, y'all don't know nothing about Miami Vice, man. But that was the show back in the Dizzy. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, guys. So if you're fighting the best guys in your division, you're fighting the other champions, you're unifying the division, you're fighting all of your mandatories. You don't say, well, I'm gonna drop this belt because I don't want to fight this guy. I'm gonna drop that belt. No, you say, no, I'm gonna keep all my straps and I'm gonna fight whoever they say that's the number one contender. And you want to fight the other champions as well. But if you can't get them, because in today's time, you can't make champions get in the ring because of the promotional politics. You get what I'm saying? So when Fury fights AJ, he's the only one who has fought the other 3 champions, Clay Schofield, Wilder, and AJ. Man, no, you should change win to if. Bro, if. That's what you should change it to. Because you just never know with Tyson Fury, man. You just never know, You just never know. He says, I can't discredit Porter. That's going to make Bud fight less when it is. No, I'm not discrediting Porter. I'm just saying to me, Jawan, there's only 3 elite welterweights in the welterweight division. It's Errol Spence. I got him number 1. Now, Crawford is my favorite fighter, but I have Errol Spence as the number 1 welterweight in the division for the simple fact that he fought the better competition because the better competition was on his side of the street. That ain't his fault, right? Terrence Crawford and Keith Thurman. Those are my 3 elite guys. Now, Sean Porter is a top welterweight. He's a top welterweight. But my definition, my criteria for elite is a little different. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are undefeated. Sean Porter got 3 losses in a draw. You know what I mean? So, that's how I look at that too. Not necessarily the losses. But he's a top fighter, but to me, he's not Errol Spence, he's not Crawford. That's what I mean by that. But not to take anything away from Sean Porter. Sean Porter gonna come to fight, forearms, elbows, forehead. He bringing it all. Toby Bartlett, would you say, fam? He said, Coach, Tom Brady is one of the best known NFL players worldwide. You only get that when you're in the league. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, man, I can't even read this. I can't even read this without laughing, bro. I can't even read it, dog. It's so funny. He said Anthony Joshua was stuck. He traveled to Terminator, bro. I think Trevor Bryan ducking Trevor Bryan. He ducking his damn self. PBC fanboy say Josh Taylor is an elite and undisputed. Yeah, he is elite. Yeah, he's an elite fighter. He proved it too. He proved it. If Sean Porter is an elite fighter, why is Crawford fighting him? It'll do nothing for his career. I don't get exactly what you're saying. Elite is subjective to you, Peter Von Arx. If you feel like that Sean Porter is an elite, then that's how you feel. I'm saying to me, the fight, and then as it relates to your second half of the question, why is Crawford fighting him? Well, Crawford fought Amir Khan. Why did he fight him? Crawford fought Kell Brook. Why did he fight him? Crawford fought Jeff Horn. Why did he fight him? Why is Tyson Fury fighting Wilder? Why is Wilder fighting Tyson Fury? Why is your favorite fighter, whoever your favorite fighter may be, is fighting whoever? He's fighting them because the fighters fight fighters. That's what they do. You know, again, this is subjective to me. You don't have to agree with it. He said, Coach, I seen the Miami Vice movie. Oh my God, it was so bad. I like the show. I like Miami Vice, the show, more so than the movie, to be honest with you. He said, so if Porter beats Bud, that means Bud was never elite. Nah, anything can happen in the sport of boxing. Do you consider Andy Ruiz as elite? It just, you know, do you consider Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson? Was he elite? You know what I mean? Do you consider Leon Spinks, who beat Muhammad Ali? Did you consider him elite? You know what I mean? So that doesn't mean he won't, you know, that doesn't mean he can't lose. Yeah, you see elite. Like, listen, throughout history, you have a history of elite fighters losing to non-elite fighters. That happens. It happens. It happens. Javon Soto said Porter coming to fight head both. Oh yeah, he is, bro. You know how he fight. You know how he fight. You know how he fight. You know what I mean? Say Victor Bada, I don't know about the whole ducking thing, and yes, I believe people did avoid Ortiz. If you watch Ortiz. Well, come on, man. What's Ortiz? Who? Hold on. Who avoided Ortiz? He said, if you watch Ortiz and don't see legit boxing skills, I'm sorry that you don't have a clue what you're looking at. No, Ortiz has elite boxing skills, but who has avoided Ortiz? He said, Coach, if Porter drops Crawford, would that make him the face of boxing besides Canelo? If he drops Crawford, what you mean if you just knock him down or if you beat him? No, hell no. Ain't nothing face of boxing about no Porter. Hell no. Not over no Canelo anyways. Right now, Canelo holding that down. But he holding that down. Victor Bada says Fury can't dunk any better than the second. Hey, listen, man. Have you ever heard of elite heavyweights talk about Trevor Bryan? No. He said, no, they be shaking in their boots. Hey, man. Y'all cut it out, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. He says, Crawford another clickbait until I see him. Well, if you don't like Crawford, there's nothing that Crawford's going to do to make you like him anyways. So I don't think he cares, to be honest. JBN said most of when elite fighters on losses was because they didn't prepare right. Okay, but let's stop right there. If an elite fighter loses to a non-elite fighter, does that mean that elite fighter was not good? You know what I mean? So can't have it. We're not gonna make an excuse. It's either if an elite fighter loses to a non-elite fighter, was he not good or was it a fluke? Whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm saying we've seen countless fights over the years when a non-elite fighter beats an elite fighter. You know what I mean? It happens. He said, what do you think are potential for future Hall of Fame fighters today? Well, Canelo will be one, of course. Pacquiao is another one. That's a tough one. A lot of fighters, their career's not over with yet. So I can't really say. Right now. But you saying potential. I say Canelo and Pacquiao. Canelo and Pacquiao right now. But I say Canelo and Pacquiao right now. Especially if he can win. Especially if he can win this undisputed. You know, to me, he'll be a shoe-in, in my opinion. Michael Buffer said, Coach, was Ortiz versus Hammer. Coach, watch over Ortiz versus Hammer. I got Ortiz. Ortiz got dropped. He's just an old man. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Pugilism said, I hate to say it too, but Bo putting a belt in the trash can for Lennox Lewis could be considered folding under pressure. Nah, not really. You might say he ducked him because he didn't want to fight him, but I wouldn't say folding under pressure. Then you got to look at who he fought. He ended up fighting. I think he ended up fighting Evander Holyfield and he got paid a whole lot of more money. So I wouldn't, you know. But again, it's subjective to you. So it's subjective to you. Jawan says, Virgin of Boots future elite welterweights. Bud and EJ better get out of the way. Now they're only going to get better. Yeah, man. Yeah, those dudes, those young guns, man, those young guns is something else, bro. Those young guns are something else. I'm pretty sure Errol Spencer's probably going to move up to junior middleweight, and that's so he ain't got to kill himself trying to make that weight. You know what I mean? Errol Spencer's a big dude, so I think he can carry that. To be honest with you, Jawan, the way, I don't know, man. And I know, never mind. I was going to say something, but Virgil Ortiz and Boots is definitely, you know, they're not. I don't see them being at the welterweight division too long because them some big boys. There's some big. I don't even know how they make 147. To be fair, I don't know how they make 147. Bone Kiki says Crawford is on Crawford contract with Bob Arum ending this year. Yep, one more fight. That's it. He's done. One more fight and he's free agent. That's why when people say that, oh man, he should just leave. Like these people have clearly never had a job or been a contractor or whatever, anything, which boxers are private contractors. So where if you have a contract with somebody, you just can't leave. If you leave while you're under contract, you will be sued, put on the shelf, and taken to court, and you will more than likely lose that lawsuit and have to pay the promoter millions of dollars because you got in your feelings and you should just leave, listen to some niggas on YouTube or YouTube channels. You said not you, Bone Kiki, but the YouTube channels who pushing it. Ask Mikey Garcia. Do you guys know Mikey Garcia? Pretty sure y'all do. He said, Jawan, yeah, they both big. For real, look like junior middleweights, yeah. Remember Mikey Garcia? Jawan, Mikey Garcia was on the top rank. Bob Arum. He didn't want to fight for Bob Arum anymore. He tried to leave while he was under contract. Mikey Garcia didn't fight for 2 years. Got sued by his promoter, and I don't know, rumor has it, I don't know how much the dollar amount was, but he had to pay his promoter an undisclosed amount of money. So it doesn't make sense to do that when you're on the contract. These dudes, these YouTube channels, they have you jammed up. They have you jammed up, Jawan. Listen to these guys. Shelton says, fear beating an overconfident 37-year-old champion on a 10-year run of dominance. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you guys look at that Vladimir Klitschko Tyson Fury fight, I swear to God, bro, that was one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is one of the worst, forget championship fights, worst fights. Bro, this was man, just anybody watch that fight, bro. You're like, what the, this, man, it was a terrible fight, man. With the sleeve says, Spence has brain damage that's being covered up. He's finished. I don't know if he got brain damage with his sleeve. I don't know. He said that's a fight. Michael was on the shelf for a minute. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. So when they sit back and say, yeah, man, he should leave and he should have just left and yada yada, bro, it don't work like that. Yeah, he can do that. He can do that. He can do that. He can do that. Guess what? His ass won't be fighting. And he gonna have to pay his promoter millions of dollars. Then you're gonna be like, man, his dumb ass, I don't know what he did that for. Well, he stood up on his principles. You know, He said, "What's popping? Well, hey, what's up? What they praise? What's up, baby boy? What's going on?"
Hey, okay.
To this day.
True. Oh man, bro, I'm like, man. Smith and West says, that's a Snapple. He said that's a Snapple top fat, coach. That fight was trash. Man, that fight, man, bro, listen. As a matter of fact, that fight between Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko was so trash, they should have paid us to watch it. Literally, we should have got paid to watch them fight. That's how terrible that fight was. You know, Klitschko and Fury acted like they were going to get fined for throwing the right hand. Bro, like, this is terrible. JBN says, I think Enos and Ortiz might close off their career at middleweight because they're pretty big. No, I would know. I wouldn't be surprised if they move up the either super middleweight or light heavyweight. They have the body frame. Those are some big young kids. Remember, they're tall. JBN, they're tall. They're like 5'11". They're tall, bro. They're tall. He said, I think Mikey, he said, Mikey paid Ball like $3 million to get out of his contract. Bruh, sat on the shelf for 2 years and he lost. You can't be listening to these dudes. You can't be listening to these dudes on YouTube talking about, yeah, man, he should leave and, Wakanda forever. And y'all didn't, bro, you listen to them niggas, you're going to be broke. You can't be listening to these dudes. You got a contract, man. Listen, I got to fulfill this contract out. Ain't nothing you can do. I don't care what that promoter say. Ain't nothing you can do. He said Mike Tyson is a living legend and his legacy is solidified. He even made history. There's really no debate about his legacy. No, it ain't no debate. Whether you like him or not. Julio, you said Mikey Garcia paid like think by $3 million, bro. He had to pay Bob Arum. I didn't know what the financial amount was. You get what I'm saying? But Annalie, shout out to Annalie.
Hey, okay.
She said, "You're right, coach. Not to be mean, but that was the worst fight. But oh my God, they should have paid us to watch that fight. That's how terrible it was. So when I hear Tyson Fury talk about it, I beat Vladimir Klitschko, bro. Like, oh my God, you won. You didn't beat him. AJ beat him. Anthony Joshua beat him 17 months later. 17 months later, after he fought you, Anthony Joshua beat him. You won, dog. You won. You landed a little more punches. You won, bro. Just watch that fight, bro. Just watch that fight, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, watch that fight. I rather watch Malik Scott and Virgil and King Kong Ortiz fight. That's how terrible it was. Peter Von said, Klitschko held those belts for that long. Yeah, 10-year ring. 10-year ring. Yeah. William says, Coach, have you asked Al for your pocket? Hey, to my back end money. Yeah, I got to pay my back end money. I got to pay my back end money. J.O. said Mike Tyson a legend. I'm not saying that, but Lewis and Holyfield were the Chip A fighters. He fought and he didn't get it done. Yeah, he lost them. Facts. He lost them. But believe it or not, Mike Tyson is more popular than both of those guys. Like right now, literally. That's strange, but yeah. But Mike Tyson lost to both of those guys. Klitschko was depressed in 39 when he fought him. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Emmanuel Stewart I think he had died not too long ago as well. Povetkin was 39 when Anthony Joshua fought him. Yet the same people praising Fury for criticizing AJ. Well, again, they praise Fury and criticize AJ because it's, if you don't like a guy, you're gonna find every reason not to like him, and you're gonna try to poke holes at everything. And I think that's what people do. Exactly, Toby. Yeah. Hector Garcia says Fury Klitschko was worse than Fagan Butts fights. Listen, I mean, just bro, like it was like literally. He says 17 months later. He was 39 by that time. No, they fought 17 months later. I showed it yesterday. They fought 17 months later. I can like literally pull it up and show you. You know what I mean? I showed it yesterday. Because somebody was telling me Joshua fought Klitschko 2-3 years later. No, he didn't. That wasn't true. He fought Klitschko 3 years later, and he was out of his prime. So when Fury fought him, and then remember Klitschko tried to rematch Fury. Fury didn't want to rematch him. He pulled out of the fight. He pulled out of that fight like three or four times, and then he retired. Then he retired and said he got on coke, started snorting cocaine. Read Wilder's resume out, coach, since you're saying he's better than Ali. Oh, no. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I ain't saying he's better than Ali. You know what I mean? You know, he says, prime Lennox Lewis, perfect fighter. He had everything, man. He stopped David Tool in the face with his legendary dreads. Now, you know, Lennox Lewis was bigger than everybody. Lennox Lewis was bigger than everybody, dog. Like, what a heavyweight in that time was bigger than Lennox Lewis? None of them. And Lennox Lewis fought like a tall guy, which is the Crunk style. Do everything behind the jab. That's the Crunk style. Everything behind the jab. Everything behind the jab. That's it. You know, everything behind the jab. That's the Crunk style. You tall, fight like you tall. If you 6'9" or you 6'6", and the fighter you fighting is 6'2", fight him like you 6'9" or 6'6". He's shorter than you. You got the longer arm reach. Punish him. Just keep hitting him with the jab. You see what I'm saying? That's it. That's how you do it. He said, Coach, has Charlo pay for his burger? Hey, man, listen, man. Charlo gonna beat the rap, man. He gonna beat that. He gonna beat that. J.O. said, Victor. Oh, he's talking to Victor. It's about styles. Fury is a pure boxer 6'9", which caused Vlad problems. AJ is a good boxer, but his style is easier for Vlad. Smith and West says, that's the part people sleep on, Coach. Then when Lennox fought Vitaly, he was losing that fight. Yeah, he was losing that fight. If it wasn't for the cut of Vitaly, yeah, and he retired right after that. Hold on, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, he was losing that fight. Yeah, he retired right after that. He hurried but got out the game then, which he should have. He fought long enough, but yeah, Vitaly Klitschko was giving him that business. He was giving Lennox Lewis that business, and Lennox Lewis said, "The hell with this," and he retired. But he retired on top, though. He retired on top. Lennox Lewis beat all of them. He beat all of them. Period. So it is what it is, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Dino says, do you think Dillian White has a chance against Fury or Wilder? Yeah, I mean, Dillian White can punch. If Dillian White is in shape and doesn't get tired, yeah, he can punch. Yeah, Dillian White can crack. He can crack. He said, Bo had them T-Rex arms compared to Lewis, who got the longest reach next to Sonny Liston. Yeah, but you know what, Riddick Bowe was 6'4", but Riddick Bowe, I think he was 6'4". Riddick Bowe fought bro, he had you want to see some inside boxing, bro? Riddick Bowe. I'm talking about for a heavyweight, to be a big man, Riddick Bowe. I would have loved to see Riddick Bowe. In Lennox Lewis fight. Because, of course, Lennox Lewis would have kept the jab on Riddick Bowe. But Riddick Bowe had a right hand that if he would have connected on Lennox Lewis, he probably would have knocked him out. So I think that would have been a good fight. And then if the fight came on the inside, Lennox Lewis was known for putting his forearm down on your head and pushing your head down and then hit you with the uppercut. He was known for that. Right? But that would have been a good fight, bro. That would have been a damn good fight, bro. I'm telling you. Somebody was getting knocked out in that fight. That fight wasn't, if they would have fought each other, that fight wasn't going 12 rounds. Bone Kiki say real talk, there would never be another Lennox Lewis. That dude was huge, man. He was the biggest heavyweight right there. That's it, Coach. Suddenly they called him 17 months later. Yes, they suddenly called him old 17 months later. Yeah, 17 months later. This is facts. Yeah, Lennox got knocked out twice. Yeah, and guess what? He knocked out the dudes who knocked him out. He got knocked out twice, absolutely. But he came back and knocked out those dudes as well. Lennox Lewis, listen, if Deontay Wilder can win this fight, he would be probably the 5th or 6th heavyweight throughout in history who's ever lost his belt and then regained it in an immediate rematch. So he has the opportunity to make, I guess, history, so to speak, to be honest. He said if White gets clipped by either Wilder, he's done. Look at what Gunslinger on Prevekin did to him. Yeah, but you know what though? The one thing that Dillian White might have a chance with Wilder. I mean, I think Wilder probably beat him, but what he might have a chance with Wilder don't throw uppercuts. Anytime Dillian White got knocked out, it was an uppercut. It was an uppercut, Carl. When it was an uppercut. It was uppercut. That's so Wilder, he doesn't throw uppercuts. He's not an inside fighter. He has to get that range and distance. And Wilder's power depends on speed. It's all about how fast can I get it there. Bap! That's it. It's all on speed. So once he got you in his sniper, bap, it's how fast he can give it there. He has that. He definitely has that. That's why if you're giving them angles, moving them off that spot, it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be harder. You see what I'm saying? So he said, yeah, Klitschko step in the ring because he's a man. Fury got depressed. Like Vlad in the rematch pulled out. Who's proven? Yeah. Again, like I said, guys, everything is subjective to the individual. Everything is subjective to Double A says, Halim, as you can see, I didn't start my favorite fighter on Lennox Lewis talk today. hey, yeah, man. You know what I mean? So, you know what? He say on Brody want that Lennox Lewis smoke. He threw the belt in the trash. You know what? I think all these fighters should throw the damn belts in the damn trash, especially with the WBC belt. I think that was the WBC belt he threw in the trash. I think that was the WBC belt. He wanted to fight. The money fight was. I want to say. I think Riddick Bowe ended up fighting not Lennox Lewis on Vander Holyfield. If I'm not mistaken. When he threw the belt in the trash, I got to look that up and see. Wilder don't have power against elite heavyweights. That's my opinion. Well, he's only fought one elite heavyweight, and that's Tyson Fury. So, you know what I mean? Like he's only fought one elite heavyweight. So he doesn't have power against elite heavyweights. Well, he knocked Tyson Fury down in the first fight, but Tyson Fury was coming off 700-pound weight loss, fresh off the pipe, so he couldn't beat a coked out Tyson Fury in the first fight. Second fight, I see where you're going at on JB, and I see where you're going at with that one. I see what you're going at. Jules St. Nicholas says AJ tailor made for Wilder, no head movement, and standing right there. And I guess Wilder's tailor made for Tyson Fury. One hit wonder. You gotta have more than one skill. I mean, that can be argued both ways. And until they and to be fair, Juleson, until they fight each other, we don't know if AJ is tailor made for Wilder, and we don't know if Wilder's tailor made for AJ. We can speculate, but until they fight each other, we don't know. What we do know is that Wilder is tailor made for Tyson Fury. We know that, and we have two fights to prove it. Two fights that shows proof of that. That's what we do know. The other stuff is just speculation. We won't know until they fight each other. Buster Douglas beat up Tyson and sat down for Evander Holyfield for $21 million. Yes, he did. The Buster Douglas took a dive. Threw an uppercut from 3 feet away. Holyfield caught him with a right cross. A right hook, and he just sat there and laid there. Waited till the ref got through counting and got up. That's facts. He did that. Had the fight of his life against Mike Tyson, and then laid down against Holyfield. That's facts. He did that. He pulled the Malik Scott. That's a perfect example. Buster Douglas wasn't an elite heavyweight. He beat one that night and then lost to another one in the very next fight. Just laid there. You see what I'm saying? So Buster Douglas, he did that. He beat Tyson. He did that, but the very next fight, he lost to Holyfield and just sat there. He just sat there. Supreme Tax. Wilder knocked out everyone except one. Everybody relax. But you know what they say, Supreme Tax. I'm gonna tell you like my what Shelton Moore say. Yeah, but who did he knock out? That was Shelton gonna say, yeah, but who did he knock out? He said everybody knows about Wilder's power. So it's funny to me that when people assume AJ would just stand in front of Wilder. Hey man, listen. Yeah, for sure. For sure. If new to the channel, man, please subscribe and hit the like button for the old boy. Listen, if for sure though, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he just gonna sit there, Anthony Joshua. Let me just stand here. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Wilder's right hand. Bam. I am tailor-made for you. Brother, you feel me? Like, it ain't like the boy Anthony Joshua can't crack neither. It ain't like he can't hit either. He putting him to sleep in his damn self. It depends on how White fights Wilder though. Wilder, you say Wilder can and will knock White out if he's his trademark defensive lapses. Yeah. Yeah, if he has those defensive lapses, you're right about that. You know what I mean? So, William, what you say, fam? William, what you say, fam? Hey, what you say, man? Hey, he said AJ stood there for Ruiz. He was trading. Actually, he didn't stand there. They was trading punches. Jonathan, they was trading punches. He really did stand there. He got caught in the exchange. Standing there is what Ortiz did, standing in front of Wilder trying to counterpunch. Bermain Stavern in the second fight, he just stood there like this. Remember Bermain Stavern in the second fight, y'all? He just stood there like this. Wilder came swinging like this, you know, the windmill. Remember that, guys? Wilder came swinging, Bermain Stavern. That's just standing there. That's just standing there. Supreme Tax says, you say Allah, he never knocked out any elites. Why everyone's so scared of power, even elites? Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying, fam. I don't understand what you're saying. You said AJ got in the mix with Ruiz because he felt confident in being on the first and after the first knockdown. Yeah, I mean, again, it happens. There's nothing wrong with fighters losing. It happens. But standing there is like, if you want to see a fighter just stand there, Oliver McCall, Lennox Lewis, second fight. Bermain Stavern, Deontay Wilder, second fight. Like literally the guy just stood there and Wilder did something, moved to the left, moved to the right, and he came back and swung an overhand right like this, and like literally. You know what I mean? So Bermain Stavern just came to get his check that day. I don't know how much he got paid. I'm pretty sure Don King didn't pay him a whole lot of money because he just stood there. He just came to get the check. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Nikki. Nikki, what's going on, sis?
Hey, okay.
You know what I mean? So, like literally, you know what I mean? Literally, he just did that. He just did that, right? So, check this out, though. I want you guys to hear exactly what AJ is talking about, because I almost forgot. I want y'all to hear exactly what AJ is talking about. So, if you didn't hear the interview, wait a minute, guys. Let's do this. I got a couple of things I want to share with you guys today. Literally. Let's do this. Let's put it on Bluetooth. You know, I got to put it on Bluetooth, guys. I got to put it on Bluetooth. Let's do this. Hold on. hold on. Deontay Wilder, I almost forgot. Deontay Wilder clarified something too, guys. He gave some clarity about something. We're going to talk about that right after this. Well, this is Sky Sports, so
yes,
this is Sky Sports.
lovely place.
I'm surprised you've not got the Yorkshire accent. You've been there that long.
I've been here like, what's it, 11 years now?
Yeah.
11, 12 years.
I don't want to go there.
Certain athletes tend to move to different trainers, but what we done, we kept it all in house.
To neglect.
Yeah, so we look.
Hold
at
on, guys.
training, or let's say we look at the old school training. I just need to be told I can do it.
There you
And
go.
like once you kind of find what makes an athlete tick, then they will buy into your system, and then once they bought into your system, you're more than likely going to go and have a champion.
We finna pull up AJ right here, guys. Bear with me.
Yeah,
Second
because you've
to
got to want to
none.
fight for Rob. I've got to want to fight and die for Rob. So when I'm going out on the battlefield, I don't want to go into a fight and it's like I don't really get along with my coach. I don't really believe in.
Now this is him and Johnny Nelson. He's talking about him and he's talking about his connection with I forgot his trainer, Rob McCracken and stuff like that, and yada 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 yada. And he talked about just the mindset that you got to have. And
so I've kind of in my mind I've removed away the conversation about this is the heavyweight and he's a cruiserweight. I get that, but I like to challenge myself. So I said, let's remove that out of the way and let's look at where I am at skill-wise, technical-wise, because I've got what I already have anyway, the strength. I've got that. Since I come in boxing in 2008, I kind of had a rapid rise. And that's maybe due to the fact of sheer strength.
Mental strength and heart.
Sheer size and heart, taking on massive challenges early on. Now, with that being said, with Usyk, it's another great champion, great fighter, and I don't really fold under pressure. No, not at all. This is fun. This is deep practice. So when I get into the ring, September 25th, this is time to practice everything I know. So I'm rather experienced now.
Hold on, here you go right here, guys.
And you have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. And I said it yesterday on my Snapchat. I just said, I asked God for strength and he gave me
Wilder.
And when I pray for strength, I want to fight the Usyks. I want to fight the champions because that's where you find out how strong you really are. So for me, it's like, bring it on. I cherish that. I'm not asking for strength and then just want it easy.
So basically, you've got to be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, he's saying that, listen, you can't pray for strength or whatever, and then want it easy, because when you pray for certain things and want certain things in life, remember what I asked you guys earlier in the show. I say, what are you willing to do in order to accomplish your goals? Like what are you willing to endure? Remember I said that, guys, at the end? I said that, what are you as a person willing to go through in life in order to achieve your goals? So this is what he's talking about. He understands that, hey, listen, man, this is not going to be easy. I'm going to have to be willing to go through something in order to get to where I'm trying to accomplish. That's whether that's a fighter or a boxer or just a person working in Walmart or a person starting his own business. You got to be willing to go through something in order to get to where you're trying to go.
Wisdom. To get wisdom, you've got to go have experiences. That's how you get wisdom.
You've got to go through certain experiences to have wisdom. And experiences aren't always in your favor. You've got to go through turbulent times. And if I want strength, wisdom, courage, and be a champion, I've got to fight the better fighters out there.
So I totally agree with that. If you want to be a champion or whatever the case may be, you're going to have to be willing and want to be the best. You're going to have to be willing to fight the better fighters out there. I totally agree with that. And a lot of times, as I said before, guys, at the end of the show, what are you willing to go through in your life as a person in order to, achieve the things that you're trying to accomplish in your life? You see what I'm saying? So as a fighter, if you want to be the best, you're going to have to be willing to fight the Wilders, the Furies, the Pulevs, the Joshuas, you're going to have to be willing to fight each other in boxing if you want to be the king of the hill. Lennox Lewis wanted smoke with everybody. Lennox did that when Holyfield wanted to smoke with everybody. Tyson fought everybody, right? Ali fought everybody. Larry Holmes fought everybody. Ain't nobody really ducked each other. Riddick Bowe didn't fight Lennox Lewis, but outside of that, he fought everybody. He didn't fight Tyson either. But you get what I'm saying, though. But you get what I'm saying, right? So that's all I'm saying. You got to be willing to go through something. And I totally agree with that. And a lot of times, sometimes, guess what? Hey, shout out to my main man, Retro Documentaries.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother, man, Blood, man, Retro Boxing and Documentaries. And a lot of times too, guys, when you pray for stuff and hope for stuff that happen in your life, and you pray that you receive certain attributes that are going to that you feel that you're going to need in order to achieve your goal. Guess what? A lot of times, sometimes it may not happen in your favor. It may not happen in your favor. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But the only way you're going to be known as an elite fighter, you're going to have to fight the elites. Period. Bottom line. Everybody has to fight everybody. Everybody has to fight everybody. You know, so I want you guys to hear this because I shout out to Kurt on Counterpoints Boxing. I was watching Kurt's channel, and I do know that Deontay Wilder did a interview with Jabba the Hutt, better known as on 7 Sports TV. If you guys don't know who Jabba the Hutt is, and if you don't know who Jabba the Hutt is, go watch Star Wars, and then you'll figure out why it was called. And I got that from YB. I stole that from YB. Jabba the Hutt. That shit was funny as hell when I heard YB say it. I ain't even like it was funny. It was hilarious. And you guys know I love to laugh, so you know you make me laugh, bro. Hey, but anyways, yeah. So she did an interview today on this is the interview. He did an interview today on 7/8 channel. I didn't Shelton, as a matter of fact, Shelton sent it to me. Shelton sent it to me, but where is it here? Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to. Shelton sent it to me. Trying to find Counterpunch. All right, bear with me, guys. Let's see, can we find it? I think this is it right here. But let's see, can we? Because I want you guys to hear what I'm hearing. All right, hold on. They're gonna mess around. All right, there we go. There we go. I want you guys to hear this. Just in case you didn't hear the interview. Wilder said something. So if you're a Tyson Fury fan, I want you to hear this. If you're a Tyson Fury fan, I want you to hear this. Because I have my skepticism. I'm very skeptical that this fight between Wilder and Fury is going to happen. But Wilder said something that Tyson Fury literally cannot really back out of this fight, or he's going to have to pay the consequences. I am of the belief that since Fury has a history of not defending titles and pulling out of fights, I am of the belief that this Wilder and Fury fight is not going to happen October the 9th, based on past actions of Tyson Fury. And even the most diehard Tyson Fury fan can't argue that, because you don't know if he's going to show up or not. But I want you guys to hear this. This is what Wilder said. Wilder brought some clarity to this. Please listen. Bear with me one moment, guys. Shout out to Kurt. This is for educational purposes only. Shout out to Kurt. Y'all listen to this. All right, here you go.
Yes, indeed. Now, if because that's the talk. A lot of people are skeptical if he even gonna show up. You know what I mean? But I know you gotta stay ready, regardless of what he's doing. You know, but is there something?
So Jabba the Hutt just basically saying that, hey man, listen, man, you know, he's talking to his king, Deontay Wilder, and he has some prepared questions, and he's just basically saying, hey man, you know, a lot of people are skeptical that Tyson Fury is even going to show up for the fight. This is what he's saying. I am one of the skeptics that Tyson Fury is even going to show up for the fight. Yada 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 yada. We don't know if that fight is going to happen. We don't know if that fight is going to happen or not. We just don't. But he asked him a question. Check this out. Sorry about that, guys. Had started it all over. Here we go.
Yes, indeed. Now, if because you know that's the talk. A lot of people are skeptical if he even gonna show up. You know what I mean? But I know you gotta stay ready, regardless of what he's doing. You know, but is there something in place in case he pulls another dummy move? If he tries, what if he said his leg got broken, some shit, you know, he got the new strain of COVID, Delta Alpha, whatever the fuck, you know. Is there a plan in place for a replacement, or can you sue him? What's the next move if he don't show up?
All right, so you heard that question. You heard that question. He's asking Wilder. 7-8. Now, all jokes aside, you guys know I be joking and stuff. All jokes aside. 7-8 asked a damn good question. Deontay Wilder gave an even better answer. Hagen said, why would he not turn up? Well, why he didn't turn up for the Vladimir Klitschko fight. He pulled out of that fight 3 or 4 times before he just retired. He pulled out of the Deontay Wilder fight, trying to fight Anthony Joshua. Only they had to get pulled back. So he has a history of pulling out of fights. So when you ask me that question, why would he not turn up? Well, ask Vladimir Klitschko that. Ask why Wilder had to take him to court. You know, so that's why, his history. But I give credit where credit is due. I give credit where credit is due. And then they had a fight July 4th. I got COVID. But then we see him the same day at the car dealership smiling, taking pictures. So, hey, man, the track record speak for itself. Track record speak for that. You know, he done pulled out on Wilder a couple times already. You know, so anyways, here you go.
If he don't show up, you know, he's going to have to suffer the consequences, the penalties that's been.
I know you got to stay ready, regardless of what he's doing, you know, but is there something in place in case he pulls another dummy move? If he tries, what if he says his leg got broken, some shit, you know, he got the new strain of COVID, Delta Alpha, whatever the fuck, you know. Is there a plan in place for a replacement, or can you sue him? What's the next move if he don't show up?
I mean, if he don't show up, you know, he's going to have to suffer the consequences, the penalties that's been set forth. You know, if he does fight, then pay me what you're supposed to pay me, and then you'll have to give up that belt as well. So it's a win-win situation for me. It's a lose-lose situation for him. And that's a great thing about it because, you know, the saying has always been said that history repeats itself, and we know that his action is always the same, you know. He's done this many a times where he tried to get out of fights and get out of fights and get out of fights. And people have let him, he had a door to escape from. But at this moment in time, he has no more doors. He has no option. Like I said, either put up or shut up, either fight or retire. Either fight or give me my money and give up that belt.
So basically, now Wilder said some telltale stuff. He said that, listen, he said that Fury has a history of pulling out of fights. We know this. You know, so he said that, listen, there's not going to be any more fights. He did say this. You didn't hear that in there. But he said this is the 3rd and final fight. There's no rematch clause. There's nothing. Whoever wins this fight, this is a winner takes all fight. If Wilder wins, he can go back to Wakanda. If Wilder wins, he can go back to Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. If Wilder wins, he can go back to Wakanda. If Fury wins, he can go back to the UK, and he can say, you know, he can talk all the trash he wants. But what Wilder said was, there are no more trap doors. There are no more no more things that can pop up. He said that if Fury tries to pull out of this fight, he will have to pay him. And he said that Fury will have to drop the belt. So if Wilder pulls out of this, if Fury pulls out of this fight, he will have to pay Wilder an undisclosed amount of money. How much? I don't know. He did not disclose that. And he said Fury will have to give up the belt. More than likely, meaning he will be stripped. He will be stripped of the belt. So the clarity that Wilder brought to this is, now we know there ain't gonna be no 4th fight, no 5th fight, no 6th fight, no 7th fight. That's clarity. But also, if Fury pulls out of the fight, we know that, hey, Fury will automatically probably be stripped by the WBC. Now the belt won't go to Wilder. It won't be that if he stripped the belt, they're gonna give it to Wilder. No, it don't work that way. It'll go to the next guy in line, and I think it'll probably be Dillian White. or more the WBC more than likely say this is gonna be a vacant title, and Dillian White and what? No, either the WBC can elevate Dillian White to be the WBC champion, kind of like the WBA did Ugas when they stripped Manny Pacquiao of his belt and they elevated Ugas to be the super champion. They can do that to Dillian White. Or the WBC, their cricket organization, they make it say, hey, man, you know what, baby boy, Wilder and White, y'all got to fight for the vacant title. They can do that either way. But the clarity is Fury pulls out. He can't fight anyone else if he pulls out of the fight because he has a contract to, you know what I mean? Coach, the fight is for the fight, not the purse. Yeah, no. I know. I get what you're saying. You say the fight is for the fight, not the purse. But what I'm saying is they're going to get paid something, you know, for the fight. If I'm getting what you're saying, they're not fighting for free. So what I'm saying is if Fury pulls out of the fight, Wilder says that Fury is going to have to pay him, going to have to pay him millions of dollars. That's what he's saying. He won't be able to take the belt with him, you know. So, you know, this is what he's saying. Peter Varnard say Fury ain't pulling out. It would make no sense. Shoo, you got a whole lot of faith in Fury. It would make no sense. There's a whole lot of stuff don't make no sense when it comes to Fury, but you got more faith in him than I do, Peter. I know you probably got more faith in him than I do. The contract for the fight, not the purse. You got more faith in him than I do. He say, Coach, the fight is for the fight, not the purse, okay? So they're fighting for free? Wilder and Fury fighting for free? It say, but Wilder did White the same way. White been a mandatory since I've been born. Yeah, but the WBC the WBC don't enforce mandatories. They do what they want to do over there. You know that. So Jonathan say Fury is going to knock him out again. With all due respect, he didn't knock him out the first fight. With all due respect. I mean the second fight. He didn't knock him out. They stopped it, but Wilder wasn't knocked out. Haggett said Fury's dad should have pulled out. Michael Buffer say, let's bet, Coach, 500 Fury fights. Man, I don't know, man. I would bet you, but I'm not sure on that, to be honest with you. Shout out the exclusive. Exclusive says, Exclusive said, I really want to see this fight, man. Shout out to my brother Exclusive. Yeah, I want to see this fight, get it on out the way. I want it to be over with. I'm gonna watch the fight though. I just want it to be over with. Fury has to pay expenses, not the fight purse, but the expenses for preparing for the fight on Wilder. I still don't understand what you're saying. I still don't understand what you're saying. If Fury doesn't pull out of the fight with Wilder, he's gonna get sued for millions of dollars, is what Wilder is saying. He's gonna have to pay Wilder. And if you listen, in that interview, he said it's all in the contract. He said it's all in the contract. They covered all of their bases. That whatever's in the contract that they signed, Fury, if he tries to pull out of the fight, if he tries to do anything according to that contract, and this is what Wilder is saying, because you don't know what's in the contract. I don't know what's in the contract. But if what Wilder is saying is true, whatever's in that contract, Fury going to have to pay that man millions of dollars, and he's going to get stripped of the belt. So I don't believe it until I see Fury in the ring. He said, what is the use of having mandatories if the WBC don't enforce them? Thomas, exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. They do what they want to do. That is a woo. He said, do you think smelling salt should be brought back in the boxing? Yeah. I think so. Michael Buffer says Fury will go the distance with Wilder for KO. That's how I see it. Well, if they get in the ring, if they get in the ring, I will say that. If they get in the ring, you might be right. If they get in the ring. So, if they get in the ring, I always say if. I always say if, you know what I mean? So, this is the only fighter. I've been watching boxing a long time. Tyson Fury is the only fighter that I'm not sure if he's going to show up to a fight or not. Especially if it's like a championship fight that he's won. He won the belt or something like that. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's supposed to, because he, to be honest. Puro, what the link read, baby?
Hey, okay.
But, so according to Wilder, I have no proof of it. But according to Wilder, if you want to believe what he says, this is what he said on Jabba the Hutt podcast or, station or whatever the case may be. And shout out to Jabba the Hutt. He asked a damn good question. If Fury tries to pull out what they say they have all their bases covered. So Fury's in a lose-lose situation. You can't pull out of the fight and fight AJ. That ain't gonna happen. And you can't leave and keep the belt. Shout out to Double A, the Sagittarius.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man Double A for dropping that 149 on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Rob says, why do you think smelling sauce is not used today? I have no idea. Pugilism says, sounds like Fury's under pressure. But this is what I'm saying, like, and the reason why Wilder said, if you try to pull out, you got to pay me millions or retire. Because he won't, the reason why he said or retire, because Fury did it before. He's saying that, oh man, when he retired before against Vladimir. Remember, he pulled out of the Vladimir Klitschko fight like 4 times. They had to keep rescheduling it and rescheduling it and rescheduling it. And then he just said the hell with it and retired. So he said Joshua hasn't had an easy fight for a long time. Can't say the same for Wilder and Fury Ducks. He said you cannot put a fight on selling no seats. You cannot put on a fight on selling no seats. Now I think to be honest, they Hardanis. I think that I think the fight's been doing well. They've been selling out there in Vegas. You just don't hear nothing about it, really. To be honest, the guys, I don't hear nothing about this fight. If I wasn't on YouTube, I wouldn't even know this fight was going on. You don't hear nobody really talking about it. You don't really hear nobody talking about it. To be honest with you. He said, sound like something's going on in Fury's camp. I don't know. Got to drop something for the old boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jonathan says the only one who is going to retire is Wilder after he gets it again. I just wanted it to be over. He said comes to show you how weak this generation of heavyweights is. Challengers. If Wilder was beating tomato cans during his entire reign, since everyone says he's fought no one. I mean, he fought somebody. He fought Bermain Stavern. Fought Luis Ortiz. Dominic Brazil, and he's fought Fury twice. He's fought Tyson Fury twice. So we know Tyson Fury is an elite heavyweight. I guess if you say, he beat Vladimir Klitschko and he beat Deontay Wilder. And he's the only undefeated heavyweight champion. He's not on undefeated heavyweight, but you get what I'm saying. So you don't, bro, if you literally don't come on YouTube, which the YouTube boxing community is very small in comparison to the world, in the United States, you literally would not know this fight was happening. Like, for real, to be honest. Or unless you're in Vegas. He said Boxing 24 News just did an article on Deontay Wilder. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying, like, you had to tell me that. If you don't subscribe to Boxing 24 News, you wouldn't know that. That you just proved my point. He said you can't trust Fury words for nothing, bro. Nah. Yeah, I don't know. He say Retro says, heavyweight boxing is nowhere near it should be. Nah. And the thing is, hey, blood, we don't have the talent. We don't have the talent, especially in America. In America, American heavyweight boxing is on its deathbed. You got Deontay Wilder. You got Jared Anderson. He's, no one knows who he is. He's coming up. We got the joke, Trevor Bryant. Don't nobody know who the hell he is. I joke about him, but Trevor Bryant, and who else we got? Michael Hunter. Don't nobody know who Michael Hunter is. Like the American boxing heavyweight scene, boy, it's on its deathbed. We have no talent. None. Witness the Hoax says the only PBC fanboys, I don't think AJ ducked Wilder. He gave him a contract. Victor Bada says Topitan. Oh, he said Topitan is about to pull out again. Shout out to my brother Thomas Jones.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says his Bud Porter purse bid is still on for tomorrow live. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, something just came across my Twitter feed. It says the rescheduled purse bid for the mandatory bout between WBO welterweight champion Terrence Crawford and challenger Sean Porter will be held at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, September the 24th in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So that means that Al Heyman, remember what I told you guys, unless something happens in the 11th hour, that means that Al Heyman and Bob Arum were not able to come to an agreement. I told you guys, if they have not been able to come to an agreement to make a deal, make a fight happen with Terrence Crawford with any of the PBC fighters in 3 years, what in the hell make you think that they're going to be able to do it in 30 days? Bob Arum hates, Al Heyman hates Bob Arum, and Bob Arum hates Al Heyman. Normally, Boss Rec, they always have fight dates under the fighters' names, but they ain't got a date for Canelo Plant or Wilder Fury. Makes me feel like it's really not definite. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how, you get what I'm saying? I mean, we know. I don't even have an answer for that, Louis James, to be honest with you. I don't know if they're doing that because they're not sure if the fight going to happen because of we in COVID right now. He said, exactly, Coach. We don't have any heavyweights talent. I'm 23 years old, and we wanted to play baseball and football. Bro, like, he says, I don't understand why Fury would avoid a fight with the man who he beats. He tried to fight someone else and not fight the man, not on his contract. I mean, we would have to ask him that question. Why he didn't want to? Why? You said you don't understand it. Guess what? The only one would understand that JBN is Tyson Fury. Like literally. He said this guy's voice and speech is horrible for interviews. Kathy, shout out to Kathy.
Hey, okay.
Kathy says,
Yeah. What?
she says, I have placed a bet. Going to go max 8 rounds, Fury winning by KO. Not a fan of either for various obvious reasons, but I absolutely detest the sight of Wilder. I want Fury to ruin him completely. Let's see.
What?
Eric 1984 said, Coach, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure if I want to see any of my favorite fighters become superstars. My reason for saying that is because whenever a fighter I like becomes successful, they change. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What?
He says some channels are saying that the fight is 98% done. Damn, still no agreement though.
Yeah.
Man, listen. I hear a whole lot of channels saying stuff, right? Guess what? Until it's official, you can't go by what no channel say. You can't go by what no channel say. All I know is if it go to purse bid, I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn gonna win that. I would love to see Eddie Hearn get it, to be honest with you. Shout out to my main man exclusive.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Man exclusive. He says Blue Ball said yesterday that Porter Crawford is close to being finished, but the deadline is already finished, and the bid is not until tomorrow. It makes no sense. It makes no sense because it's coming from Blue Balls. You cannot believe anything Blue Balls say. Remember, Blue Balls between him and Fag None, they are the biggest liars on YouTube in the boxing scene. No one lies more than those guys. So anything that comes from him, who lies more, Tyson Fury or Blue Balls? They're going neck and neck, like literally. So, yeah, when I heard him say that, I go by what I heard Bob Arum say. We know Bob Arum is a habitual liar. We know you can't believe nothing Bob Arum say, but I go by what Bob Arum says. If Bob Arum is not saying that, I'm not going to repeat it. So, it is what it is. And Bob Arum is a liar. They don't know shit. Shout out to my brother Retro.
Hey, okay.
He said them channels don't know what they're talking about. They don't. They just be saying shit, And they know they got a fan base that's going to eat it up anyways and, do the Tootsie Roll, the butterfly, bust it wide open challenge, and they're going to do that, and that's it, to be fair. You can't, like, they just go on the purse bid. And this from the WBO. Listen, this is from the WBO website. As a matter of fact, I like to come with receipts. You know that. Y'all know I like to come with receipts, right? You know that. I don't want y'all thinking I'm capping. I don't want you thinking I'm capping. I don't want you thinking I'm capping, so I got to show it to you. You seeing it right here. I don't want you thinking I'm capping. You're seeing it right here. It says the rescheduled purse bid for the mandatory bout between the WBO welterweight champion Terrence Crawford and challenger Sean Porter will be held 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, September the 14th, which is tomorrow, at the WBO offices in San Juan. It will be transmitted live via the WBO Facebook page. And as you can see, this is the WBO's official Twitter channel. So whatever you heard from the Alphabet Boy channels, you know it's a lie. Don't be, don't anything you hear over there is a lie. Don't just take what they say, and take it around with it. You gotta second guess it, third guess it, fourth guess it, fifth guess it. Talk to the FBI, talk to the CIA, talk to the Department of Homeland Security, talk to the Mossad, talk to the ATL, talk to everybody before you know. You're seeing it right here on WBO website. So this is 98% done, and that don't even sound right. 98% done. We just got a problem. We having an issue with just this little 2%. 98% of it is done, but that 2% we can't get over the hump. Boy, hush. You get what I'm saying, though, fam? That 98% is done, but the 2% we can't get over. Bob Arum and Al Heyman hate each other. Bob Arum sued Al Heyman in 2015. Al Heyman settled out of court and paid Bob Arum an undisclosed amount of money. They hate each other. Al Heyman does not do business with any other promoters outside of the ones he controlled, like Tom, I think it's Tom Brown or whatever the case may be, TB Promotions. That's the only ones outside of the ones he controlled. That's it. You don't see Al Heyman doing the business with Golden Boy, and I'll be damned if you don't really see him doing business with Top Rank. They're not close to nothing. When Bob Arum said, yeah, we kind of close, we're almost there, I knew he was full of shit. I said he lying. Because I know history have shown me that 3 years, Crawford has been unable to get a PBC fighter in the ring. And that's because Al Heyman doesn't do business with Bob Arum. He's forced to with Tyson Fury. There's a promotional war going on. So, Peter Varnoy says, I have a feeling the purse bid is already settled. They're just playing for the cameras tomorrow. What are you basing? Okay, well, you said that you have a feeling. Okay. I got a feeling too. He said the only reason why Blue Balls doesn't sound like he's lying is because he pauses for 20 seconds between every word and tries to talk super articulate to the point that makes you mad. Julio said facts. They nothing but clowns. James Burrell said, Miss Cleo, call me now. Remember Miss Cleo? You know, Miss Cleo is more reliable than Alphabet. Boy, hey, boy, I just love Miss Cleo. Hey, 98% done, and they blaming Bud for the fight not being done yet. Go figure. They don't like the dude. They don't like him. When they don't like you, they don't like you. You know, it is what it is. That's all that is, Southpaw Killer. They don't like the dude. He said, you don't see Al Heyman, period. Exactly. You don't see him at all. Al is the ghost. Al is the real ghost. He said, you know, the Y2BC will be experts about purse bids after watching the live feed. Hey, listen. Hey, you got toxicologists on YouTube. You have lawyers who understood what an arbitration was, and they got the arbitration. They in mediation right now. See, they in mediation. See, baby boy. But you see what it is. See what it is, baby boy. See what had happened was. You see, baby boy. See, you don't know what an arbitration and a mediation is. Remember we went through that with the Tyson Fury and Wilder arbitration mediation. Everybody was, you know, all the channels. Yeah, see, the arbitration says this, and see what the mediation is. They're trying to mediate, you know, on the meditation to make sure that we can get this thing together. See, y'all don't know what it is. Y'all got to come over here and understand so I can break these terms and terminologies down to you guys. Y'all don't know what a mediation or arbitration is. So you got all these goddamn bean soup scientists talking, you know, using legal terms they ain't never heard of before. All these niggas got a GED like me. I got a GED. They got a GED like me, right? And they sent back all of a sudden they Harvard graduates. Man, sit your ass down somewhere. They broke that down, and then when I remember when Canelo got popped with clenbuterol. Now I didn't have a channel then, but I used to like be on certain channels. I think I was watching Dante's Boxing Nation at that time, off and on, because I love boxing. I watched this channel off and on a lot at that time. I heard all these toxicologists and just coming out of nowhere. See, what clenbuterol is this is what it does, guys. So, you know, it breaks down the molecular structure of certain atoms, you know, and it's combined with the red blood cells, which decreases in certain milligrams, you know, when you're looking at the overall circumference of the diameter of certain drugs that are taken by certain fighters. So if you are a southpaw, if you fight like this, right, you're a southpaw, that, you know, there's a particular, you know, depending on which drug of your choice, you know, when you break down the molecular structure of the particular germ that's inside of the, it's like, these dudes just became scientists. Remember with the Wilder, the Fury allegation. You know, Fury had loaded gloves, and then the padding was out, and then the costume, you had all kind of dudes says, you know, listen, see, man, see, y'all don't understand the molecular structure of the glove. See, what happens was when you put on a certain glove, you can see the imprint right here. Don't you see the brass knuckles right there? Those are brass knuckles that you see right there. See, look at it. You know, look at it from a 90-degree perpendicular angle. You're looking at it from the wrong angle. So what you got to do, it's like these, I'm like, so I come on YouTube in the boxing community. We got scientists in here. We have ophthalmologists in here. We have detectives. We have we got all kind of shit. These dudes are lawyers. You know, legal terms. They can't listen. They don't even know how to spell mediation or arbitration. But they're experts on it now. I mean, this is what you find. You know, you come on, bro. Like, now the purse bid is 98% done. They just waiting on the 2%. How you know? How you know? Did you see the contract? What you basing it on? You base it on the same thing I'm basing it on. What Bob Arum said. Can't believe shit Bob Arum said. And Bob didn't say it was 98% done. He said some crazy stuff. I don't believe nothing Bob Arum said. He didn't look too confident. He says, I'm just like them Valdez defenders.
Okay.
Retro says just like that. I'm just saying though. You get what I'm saying? He said Phil beginning to look like the guy who walked out of the ring. Oh, no, man. But you get what I'm saying? Shout out to boxing fan.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that 179 pound on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
NSA agent says, oh, damn, you are accurate. Bro, for real, though. You know I ain't lying, dog. You know I ain't lying. These dudes financial advisors now. We know Al Heyman a financial advisor. Bro. We know that. But now these dudes, these Alphabet Boy channels, they gynecologists, they toxicologists. See what happened was, see what it is. You see what it is, baby boy. See what had happened was true. See what had happened was, this is what happened right here, right? See what had happened was when Mark Breland allegedly spiked Deontay Wilder's water. He didn't feel right. He didn't feel right when he took the mask off. This is what Wilder says, right? So I said, okay, well, listen, man, but they drug test Tyson Fury and Wilder before the fight. There was nothing in the system. Yeah, I know that, but it was in the water during the fight. Yeah, but in order for me to believe that, you would have to show me what happened when they drug test Wilder and Fury after the fight. They found nothing in his system. Yeah, baby boy, they found nothing in his system before the fight and after the fight. But what you don't know is the type of drug that Wilder was given, it disappears out of your system and goes untraced by the drug, by Wilder once the fight is over with.
Hey, okay.
I heard it all, dog. Like I literally heard it all. I'm not making this up. I heard it all. Like damn, these dudes here, man, they toxicologists now. And okay, you get what I'm saying? And then with the Valdez stuff, with Valdez, he got this stuff, taking the tea and all of this stuff there, and you don't know what you're talking about. The tea, he didn't cheat. It was no PD. I said, well, what tea it was? What tea it was? Let me know. Do anybody know what tea Oscar Valdez took? He said, Coach can picture on them now on purse bins. The envelope submitted by Hearns was bending at a 90 degree angle. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, that's a good one. Hey, that's a good one there, boy. Hey, that's a good one there. Hey, for real though. Mr. G said it amazes me how so many people criticize the Alphabet channels, but watching them religiously. He said they know everything that goes on. Hey, I get a whole lot of people that send me stuff they want me to cover. So me being a content creator, I check out some things. But the shit funny though. It is funny. It is funny, bro. It's funny. But you make a valid point. You make a valid point, Mr. G. He said showbiz is the adult was trying to explain the skull. He said, see what it is, baby boy. Hey, bro, for real though. Hey, Shelton Moore says, Mr. G, it's called research, so a content creator can give an informed opinion. Yeah, exactly. He probably don't understand that. He probably never done research before. He don't know what research is, more than likely. He said, you see what it is, baby boy. Hey, man, bro, listen. Bro, listen. I'm just saying though, like, bro, these dudes experts on everything. Everything. He said, Coach, the Alphabet Boy must be mad at you. No, I don't think they're mad at me. They ain't mad at me. They like me. The Alphabet Boys like me. I'm their homie. He said the boxing force earlier today brought it and said someone found the tea, but he couldn't find it. What tea it was? Because listen, what tea it was, so I know. So this is what I'm saying. They need to let everybody know which tea it was that Oscar Valdez got the banned substance from. So no other fighter can take that tea and violate the banned substance on rule as well. That's all I'm saying. He say KQKC singing like a stand-up dude. I don't even know who that is. I mess with him. He says he ain't no Wild Effect. Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Exclusive. I don't even know who that is. I know a lot of channels because people send me stuff all the time, and I love the chat because a lot of the subscribers, they send me material that they want me to cover. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying though, right? I'm just saying though. Lisa Bell said Kim is a cow's pie. Hey Lisa, for real though.
Hey, Leroy.
For real though, Lisa. Lisa, for real though.
Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
The ABC after Crawford, if Eddie gets it. Yeah, boy, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap, boy. If Eddie Hearn can win that, boy. I'm saying though, but I'm saying, you get what I'm saying? Like these dudes know, bro, everything. You know, but what make you an expert in this field? What do you mean? What makes me an expert in this field? I dare you question me. I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, but I got a YouTube channel too. Yeah, but I have you know, do you know about this? Listen, this is a telltale sign. This is a telltale sign. A nigga full of shit. Finna tell y'all right here. This is a telltale sign. A dude full of shit. If you ask him a question, and he turns around and asks you a question, answer the question with a question. If you say, "Well, man, how do you know that this was the particular tea that how do you know that Oscar Valdez popped dirt from drinking the tea?" Because he said it. Okay, well, how do you know that which tea it was? What do you mean which tea it was? Why do you want to know that? When they say that, you automatically know that he don't lost the whole damn plot. What do you mean what tea it was? He trying to figure out what to say. Because that's a legitimate question, right? Because you don't want Canelo to drink the tea. You don't want Crawford to drink the tea. You don't want Errol Spence to drink the tea. You don't want Sean Porter to drink the tea. We don't want Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder to drink the tea. So, or Tyson Fury to drink the tea. So let us know which tea it was he drank, so they'll know what athletes should stay away from. We can't get no. We can't get no. He said, I told somebody, I'm a medical doctor, but I didn't like, but he don't like me stopping him from talking to that. He said the Dunning-Kruger effect. See, check out the Singing OG coach. You would like him, the Singing OG. Oh, KC. Okay, yeah, I'll check him out. I'll check him out. Retro. Hey, I'm just saying. He said the Dunning-Kruger effect is rife in the Alphabet War channels. Okay, all right, cool. Hey, listen. I'm saying though. I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Like,
unknown caller.
Hold on, guys. You get what I'm saying though? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bruh. Listen, bro, these do experts on everything. Experts on everything. That's like, bro, I just never seen it before in my life. Experts on everything. These dudes like work. Hold on, okay, well, where I'm gonna go at the, you know, listen, okay, am I gonna talk to a doctor or I'm gonna talk to Alphabet Boy channel who's an expert on this particular subject matter? I ain't gonna pay attention to the doctor. I'm gonna pay attention to, you know, bro, it's just crazy, bro. Like everybody experts. You know what I'm saying? Because Oscar Valdez found the T between the letters S and U. Oh man. But he couldn't find it after. Because he already taken it. Yeah, bro, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Hey, Toby Bartlett, yeah, that's all I'm saying. What tea it is? What tea it is? He says Americans have the attention span of about 3 seconds. No one cares about the tea anymore. Yeah, I just want to know which tea it is, you know, because, and I think that's a fair question. If the tea got him on probation right now, he's currently on probation. If the tea got him on probation, took a banned substance, but it's not a banned substance, but he's on probation for taking a banned substance. That's not a banned substance, but it is. Okay, I'm lost. So we need to know what tea it was, so none of the other athletes can drink it. He said, "Do you agree a rule should be put into boxing where 3 strikes you fail drug test? You should be banned from the sport." I mean, I can agree to it, but you know, it's gonna be, you know what I mean. Yeah, I can agree to that, but it just depends on. I don't know. I guess I'm saying there's levels to it. Maybe it depends on what it is. I don't know, because you don't know what's all on the ban list. Like they can say, well, Well, PED, anything that enhances your performance, totally, absolutely. Because the other fighters at a unfair advantage. The other fighters at an unfair advantage. Because the other fighters at an unfair advantage. So absolutely, I definitely agree with that.
Good afternoon, pediatrics.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. But you see what I'm saying? The other fighters at an unfair advantage. That's all I'm saying. Bruce Gold said green tea, they use the extract in a lot of diet supplements. So has that been confirmed as green tea? Which one it is? Which one it is, Bruce? I drink green tea all the time. You see, baby boy, the reason why I lost is because the white man put a chemical in the white towel, baby boy. And it only affects our people, bro. We got to stay away from the white towel. He said, but you see what I'm saying, though. That's all I'm trying to, you feel me? We just need to know that. Fat Apple say Tarver has been done for PEDs 4 times, reportedly. Yeah, I know he got popped a few times. Antonio Tarver. He got popped a few times. Quite a few fighters got popped. Quite a few. That's what I'm saying. Like, this thing goes across the board. Black and white got popped. And Hispanic. Like, literally. You know what I mean? I think athletes do what they do. He said, do you believe fighters should have sex before a fight? I wouldn't advise that, but I do. You know what? I can't say. I guess each fight is different. Some fighters, because I've heard a couple of fighters say they do, and I heard the old school way you're not supposed to do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? So, Supreme Tax say they changed the lie. It's not tea anymore. What it is now? What it is now? Oh, Hagen says on T-bone steak. T-bone steak. T-bone steak. Oh man. He said T-bone steak. It's bone tea. Chuck Supreme said Roy Jones got caught and didn't get in trouble for it. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Chuck Supreme said this is what I was saying. Like, the guys who's pushing a racial narrative. And you probably wasn't here when I did this show last week. The only problem with that, see, my thing is, I take what you say, look at it objectively, and then try to find examples to support your claim. If I can't find no examples to support your claim, and I see other examples that's contrary to what you're saying, then that means that what happened with Oscar Valdez had nothing to do with ethnicity or race. It had everything to do with boxing being a crooked sport. That's it. Oscar Valdez had Bob Arum on his team. That's it. So that's what I say. I drink a lot of green tea and I rarely pee. Okay. He said, Antonio says just as well, it was on mint tea. I mean, bro, it is what it is. All I'm saying is at least let the other fighters know so they don't be at an unfair disadvantage. AB said he used to have sex before a fight. Paulie, old lady. You see what it done to him? Yeah, you know what? And then he came in overconfident. Shout out to Major Key Boxing.
Hey, okay.
Then he came in overconfident. Maidana, then I think Maidana had a lot to do with that too. Maidana had a lot to do with that too, fam. After Maidana put them hands on him, Southpaw Killer, AB ain't been the same after Maidana put them paws on him. So that is what it is, so he said Earl Grey tea could have been that. Man, listen, man. Again, these sanctioning bodies, Mauricio Suleiman crook, Bob Arum crook. Bob, Bob Arum pulled the old flim flam. You already know that. So between him and Mauricio Suleiman, yeah, that's why I said you couldn't. Listen, that's why you got to be careful when you playing the race card and trying to put certain narratives. You got to be real careful out there doing that, because what happens is there's a million examples that'll go counter to everything that you're saying. You'll find some stuff to support your claim and ignore stuff that contradicts everything you're saying. which is called confirmation bias. This is why I never said that you know, oh man, it was racial. Why Oscar Valdez was allowed to fight cheat and still fight. Had nothing to do with that. Had everything to do with, remember I told you guys, I shot the video on it. Oscar Valdez had Bob Arum in his corner. That's what he had. You see what I'm saying? That's what he had. Because David Benavidez got stripped twice. He got stripped twice. You feel me? Bruce Gold says this weekend was a it show. We saw a transsexual former Green Beret as a woman. MMA. We saw a drug cheat getaway. Yeah. Joe Strummer said, Coach, Boston will be dead after Canelo fight. Go get a jailbroken fire stick and watch for free. Bro, I don't know, bro. Like I won't say boxing is dead, Joe, because boxing is alive and well in the UK. The American boxing scene, it ain't looking good at all, dog. Well, we shaking like booty meat over here, boy. The American boxing scene, none of the top fighters are fighting each other. We got, Canelo, he from Mexico. He represent for his people. Canelo the only one that's really fighting. But as it relates to the American fighters, they ain't really fighting like that. They fighting once a year. Promotional companies don't want to do business with each other. Fighters, it's crazy, bro. Like the American boxing scene needs to take a page out of what's going on in the UK. The UK is going to keep boxing alive from a global standpoint. America ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just being honest with you. He said, word has it, Shady Hearn was selling fake PG tips the last time he was in America. You say word has it. You probably got that word. Or what? Let me ask you a question. This is the key question to this. Shady Hearn was selling fake PG tips the last time he was in America. I got a valid question for you. You say word has it. This is the key word in this. Where did the word come from? Where did you get that word from? Where did you get that word from? Benavidez is from the USA. Now, if he had been from Mexico, Suleiman would have overlooked him. Nah, but he's from the USA, but he says he's Mexican, American. All the Mexicans say Benavidez is Mexican. You see what I'm saying? We know he was born in America. He's an American, but he claims Mexican. He's Mexican American, so that's how I'm addressing. The difference is he didn't have the promoter Bob Arum. Because Canelo got suspended for 6 months. Benavidez got stripped twice. Oscar Valdez, he got Bob Arum on the team. Neither one of them had Bob Arum on their team, but Oscar Valdez does. Let's see. He said Haney is the next big American star, but everyone may duck him as he's with Hearn. Man, it's looking crazy over here, bro. It's looking crazy over here. Next American star. I mean, you know what's going to tell me if Haney the next American star? His numbers. Numbers don't lie. His numbers going to tell me if he's a star. And what's a star? What's a star? What's considered you say big American star? What would be give me a definition of what a big American star is? I'm gonna say promotional companies have split boxing. Yeah, they split boxing. Because you have fighters. Now, if all the fighters were with one promotional company, we'll get the fights. He says Canelo supplying Hearn with beef tea. Andy C say the bird is the word. Yeah, I be wanting to know, like me, I ask key questions. Like if someone come to me and say something, I'm gonna ask a key question. Like, okay, how do you know that? Like, where did you get that from? Okay, and who told him? He said, I think Wilder should have used the excuse of having sex before the fear of beatdown. That would have made more sense. Basically, he should have stuck to what he originally said. you know, Tyson Fury was the better man tonight. Tonight I wasn't on my game. He should have just stuck to that and left it at that. He said, Coach, he's jesting, bro. PG tips. He's a UK brand of tea. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. But you know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. He says on British humor does not translate to American English. Hey, Higgins, man, listen, man. I don't know. Oh, you said this. Oh, so you UK guys, y'all putting the fast one on me. Oh, okay. Oh, so y'all putting the fast one on the old boy. True. Okay, y'all putting the fast one on the old boy. I got y'all now.
To this day.
Y'all putting the fast one on the old boy. He said Yorkshire tea. Yeah, I don't know what PG is. I didn't know. Peter Von Knox says WBC raised the rate of clenbuterol because of an American fighter or a Mexican fighter. Come on. Let's see. He say Southpaw Killer say you're right, Coach. UK guys are winning. Yeah, the UK guys are winning though. Mad Chad says Victor Plant has Victor on his team. Victor unleashing the secret. Undetectable giddy up juice. Yeah, but we have no proof of that though. That's the thing, Mad Chad. I can go for what you're saying. I can go for what you're saying. You say Plant may get faster and stronger as the fight goes on. I can go what you're saying. You say C. Lance Armstrong. I'm very familiar who Victor Conte is when he had the Balco. I'm very familiar with that, right? He got called, he did fair time. He snitched on a whole lot of people. I'm very familiar with that, Mad Chad. The only thing is, this is the only thing. See, this is the problem with saying this. Let's say you say Caleb Plant is getting secret drugs in his system that's not going to be detectable, right? So if he beats Canelo Alvarez, this is going to be the narrative. If he doesn't beat Canelo Alvarez, the narrative is going to be Canelo is such a great fighter that even though Caleb Plant was juiced up, he still wasn't able to beat Canelo. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to know which narrative it's going to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, what it's going to be. You feel me? He said, sorry, Coach, I said, like, yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know, though. I didn't know. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like it that has not been proven. And I'm the type of guy. I like to see receipts. I'm the type of guy. An assumption is a thought without an actual fact. And we don't have any actual facts on that. We can assume that that's what's going on, but until that has been proven, I can't say that. That's how I am. I don't like to go on speculation. I like to go on facts. What do we have any proof of this? Anything tangible? You know what I mean? Like, I know this is tangible. Believe. Like, example, when you say someone is cheating, and but you don't show anything proof or tangible, and then you say, "Well, I believe he did the A, B, C, and D." Okay, belief is fine, but do you have proof of it? Do you have proof of it? His body is an illegal substance because he's a plant. Yeah, but what kind of plant, though? What kind of plant? You see what I'm saying? Hagen says Canelo should have stayed away from the beef curtains. Alan Skill said even the Smith versus Flowers fight here in Liverpool sold out in 24 hours. This is what I'm saying. The UK is saving boxing. Joe Strowman said, Coach, the alphabet boys hate snitches unless he's white. Yeah, that's something else. You feel me? Like, PBC fanboys say the narrative would be Canelo was on roids if he KO'd Shoulder Roll Plant. Yeah, exactly. Either way it go. Canelo was on this. He was allowed to cheat. But listen, this is what's going to be. And guess what? I hate to say it, but it's par for the course. The channels that's going to say it, they have every right to say it, dog. I hate to say it, but they have every right to say it because of the toxicity that's currently going on in the sport of boxing right now. But if Canelo wins, they're going to say, well, we know Canelo was on the juice. He's allowed to cheat because he's on the cash cow boxing. But you see what Mauricio Suleiman did with Oscar Valdez. He allowed Oscar Valdez and Eddie Reynoso's camp to cheat and do what they want to do. They even changed the rules to allow, bro. And guess what? Ain't nothing I can be able to say about that. That's what they're gonna say, bro. That's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna say. If they change the rules, Eddie Reynoso's from Mexico, Canelo's from Mexico, they look out for their own. Look how they. And guess what? They're gonna have a valid damn point. They're gonna have a valid point. You ain't gonna get no gripes from me on that, but that's what it's gonna be. WBO sanctioned about is another one. Nothing American about it, or they be doing the purse bid in the States instead of Puerto Rico. Well, to be fair, Puerto Rico is considered as a part of the United States. If you want to be technically, you know what I mean. But I get what you're saying, Peter. Rod Rip shows that maybe Wilder will use his twerking technique. Man, that was a low blow, man. That was a low blow, man. Ryder of the Storm say the cheap Mexican and weed plant. Oh, man. Anthony Kane saying coach is the one who made everyone ask for receipts from YouTube boxing channels. Yeah, I'm not, bro. Listen, I'm not going to, you're not just going to tell me sources say that two-time quadruple middleweight champion of the world, Roger Rabbit, is scheduled to be fighting five-time quadruple welterweight champion. What I'm gonna say, y'all? We got Roger Rabbit, we got Speedy Gonzalez. You know what I mean? Now, this is a long anticipated fight for such. My thing is this here. Sir, there's nothing out there on ESPN and none of the major news outlets or any of the major internet outlets that's confirming what you are saying. Sir, where did you get that from? What sources say? No. That's very vague. Sources say what sources? What sources? What sources? What at? What can I find them at? He say Caleb is working with Snack, and the founder of Snack was a chemist that got caught doping a bunch of athletes. Yes, I know this. I'm very familiar with Victor Balco in the 90s. I'm very familiar with it. So you're saying all of that to say what? But that's my whole thing. So you're laying the premise. You're saying all of that to say what? That's what I'm saying. He said, did you see the video with the injection sites on Canelo's Adam and Coach Bruce Vane channel? No, I didn't see it. He said, Lance was the best. He said, Coach, I disagree with you shit about Morrison. He was the warrior regardless if he fell short against the best. You didn't hear what I said. Lennox was the best. Tell me what you disagree with about what I said. Because I don't want to assume anything. Anthony Kane saying, but us UK fans are getting tired of not getting fights. We want as bad as US, but we're getting there. Oh, y'all not getting the fights y'all want to see? Tony said, Coach, I want to send you some PG tips. Hey, yo, man, because that went right over my head. He says, the Snack having herbal tea? Just asking. I have no idea. I have no idea. Ryder of the Storm says, Canelo put himself in that situation. So unfortunately for Canelo, it's fair game. Yeah, it's gonna be fair game for everybody. I ain't got nothing to say. Ain't nothing I can say about that. Because both sides are doing it. When both sides are doing it, you know what I mean? Like, what can you say? You got to pick a side. You got to pick a side. You see what I'm saying? And now if you want to be, if you just want to be unbiased about the whole damn thing, just say, goddamn it, everybody on it. Everybody on it. If you want to do that. Let's see. So some YouTubers kill me with their sources. My people told me, like, who your cousins paying for? Hey, they be killing me with their sources. Say, okay, but what sources? What source? I'm just saying, Plant is a hypocrite for saying Canelo is a cheater when he works with the huge cheater. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and that can be interpreted as that. I get exactly what you're saying. But my whole thing is, NSA, both sides are doing it. Both sides are doing it. You know what I mean? Both sides are doing it. And both sides are saying my side is the right side and their side is the wrong side and vice versa. You know what I mean? So Both sides, you know, it is what it is. Sources is Ray from the Rib Shack. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying though. Like I don't like where these sources coming from. Paul Evans says, I get some PG coach.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
For dropping that $2, bam, pound on your boy. He says, cattle. Peter Varnoy say cattle ranchers in Mexico say it's in the grass. Bruce goes, everything they take is a natural occurring substance in the body. They boost the levels and still have an excuse. It could be in the body like Canelo Clean. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like it's a lose-lose situation. Both sides are in it. Them Victor Conte snack vitamins are good. Yeah, I need. You know what? I need to, y'all talking that trash. I need to get me some of those snack products. Hey, say what you want to say about snack. But boy, I think that stuff pretty good over there. You know, some of these guys' sources are there. Imagination, PC Jacob. Hey man, I'm thinking about getting some of them. Get some of those snack products, baby boy. I be rubbing my hand like the bird man. Yeah, true. Man, Chad Boston said left wing, right wing, the same bird. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. That's what I see going on. If you on this side of the fence, your side is right. And everybody who don't think like you is wrong. If you're on that side of the fence, your side is right. Everybody don't think like you in the wrong. And then there's people like me sitting in the middle looking at both of y'all, both sides like they're crazy. I'm looking at you like you falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You know, I know because I used to be on them same sides. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just being honest with you. Thank God I woke up and realized the trick. He said, shout out to Holyfield for attempting to come back. Man, shout out to the referee for stopping the fight. Hey, Terry, shout out to the referee for stopping the fight, fam. For real, though.
Yeah.
He should have got a raise. Coach, I'm going to try that with the miss issues. Sources say I can go to Amsterdam. He said with the boys for the weekend. Bro, yeah, I'm going to get some of those snacks, man. Those snacks pretty good, though. Snack, the new sponsor, New Media Today, USA. Hey, man, listen. Bro, I need to get some of them snacks. For real, though. You know what I mean? He say, if you get some snacks, I'm going to try. Hey, I'm going to give you some snacks, dog. He said, all the bodybuilding supplements mimic steroids. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. They take some things like my favorite supplement I used to take is creatine. I used to love creatine, right? But then, you know, you got to take a whole lot of, I haven't used creatine in probably like I would say like maybe a couple of years. Only thing about creatine, it retains water in the muscles. You know what I mean? So tastes like dirt, but you know. He say the private stash snack coach. Oh man. He say facts. The ref stole the show. Yeah, the ref, man, Chad. Shout out to the ref, man. Boy, without that ref, boy. He says left cheek, right cheek, the same ass. Hey, bro, this how they play us too, man. He said, what do you think of AJ versus Usyk? Hope AJ don't overlook Usyk. Nah, he not overlooking Usyk. Nah, he not overlooking Usyk. He not. You know, I got AJ, man. You know, AJ my favorite heavyweight. So I got AJ beating Usyk. It's gonna be a tough fight, though. It's gonna be a tough fight. Mad Chad say stay in the all natural Scooby snacks. Yeah, man. Yeah, you feel me? Mad Chad over there laughing. Let's say Palm Poker says Fury fans in chat. Dante the ball. Hey man, Deontay, man. Hey man, why y'all banging on the Twerkinator, man? The brother all right. Twerkinator all right, man. You know, I called him the Twerkinator because he liked to twerk. No, because he liked to twerk. All right, man. But the brother all right though, man. He all right. He coming back now. He coming back. Crab in the bucket on Ralph. Cost another brother. He said crab in the bucket Ralph cost another brother. Oh man, come on, man. Hey, bro, I didn't see that coming. Holyfield was just using them drunken master tactics. Oh man, bro. Bro, the internet is undefeated, bro. Boy, the internet is brutal. Boy, y'all, boy. Hey, he said crab in the bucket referee. Hey, man, listen. Sources say I got 20 inches. Hey, listen, man, I'm just saying, bro. Sources say. That's what the sources say. The sources say. You see what I'm saying? Sources say he was shaking like booty meat, but we know that's what the sources say. Hey, when you question the sources, you know, okay, what the source said? Like, this is an example of a source. Like right here, right, I'm reading something right now, guys. I do it like in all of my shows. I do like a brief description of what I'm gonna talk about. I read it to you guys, and then right here, I'm again, you know, this show is talking about Anthony Joshua says he doesn't want the easy fights, and then I come down and I bring the source. Right, I have the source. It says source link Sky Sports, and I have the actual link to the actual video where you can get it. Now, when you see some ambiguous terms like sources say, yada, 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 and then you look into the description, source, Yahoo Sports, that's ambiguous. Source, the internet. Source, YouTube. Okay, where at on Yahoo Sports? Where at? Like, where at on Yahoo Sports? Do you have the direct link to the article where you got it from? No, you're asking too many questions, baby boy, baby boy. You're asking too many questions, baby boy. Don't be asking me the link of the source that I got it from. Don't be asking me that, baby boy. Just trust and believe. I told you Yahoo Sports, that's where I got it from. Like, you can't, you know, but baby boy, can you be more descriptive? This is kind of vague. This is very vague what you're doing. Can you be more descriptive, baby boy? Baby boy, check this out, man. You asking too many questions. Sources say, just know that. Don't be being like, bro, like I have the actual video of Anthony Joshua saying the exact same thing that we're covering in this show, and the link is in the description. They don't even do that. They'll do something in like ambiguous terms. There go a dog. There go a dog. Bomb Squad, what's up, man? To this day. Bomb Squad, what's happening, baby? Hey, okay. Man, I ain't seen you since 72, man. What's up? What's up, baby boy? Where you been at? You all right? Hey, doggo Bomb Squad. Hey, man. Hey, listen. 22B say Blue Blood is a collection plate beggar. Hey, man, listen, it's working too. It's working. Boy, listen, boy, y'all, hey, let me tell you something. Y'all talk that stuff about talk that stuff about Blue, but boy, he getting money over there, boy. Boy, he got some loyal subscribers. I'm talking about they be dropping that hundos, half a dubs, half a hundos. Okay. Boy, they be dropping it like it's hot over there, boy. I can't, boy. I'm like, damn, boy. But hey, y'all talk that trash about him, boy. But he getting that cheese over there. As it relate to boxing, you know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. He said the context of a win should be about skills, not racial hate or drug doping. Oh man, this this is spam. Block you. You a block. That was super spam. Y'all blocked them. I blocked them quick like. He said, Tommy Jones said, you forgot to say facts. Yeah, facts. Facts. Sir, what facts? Do you have anything tangible? Did you have anything tangible? He said, Coach, I'm only 102 likes. You should be in the top 120 at least. Yeah, for sure. But listen, hey, what do you mean by Puro Central? Check this out. What do you mean by hold on, not you, brother. Sorry about that. The brother say, what do you mean by sources? You know what I mean? You asking too many questions. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Puro, you see what I'm saying, my brother? Listen, you asking too many questions, brother. You know what I mean? That's what they saying. So we need to know exactly where did you get this information from? That's all I want to know. Facts. We need to know where you get this information from. That's what I want to know off the ripple. Where you get this information from, sir? You know what I mean? I got it from YouTube. Okay, sir. Where in YouTube? Those are ambiguous. That's ambiguous. You know, sources say. Sir, what is your source? You know, that's all I want. We just need to, cause me, I like to have, like, I don't like to just be talking just to be talking, right? Well, I heard something on this channel. Oh, let me take that and run with it. That's what's going down. You have to cross-reference information. Let me cross-reference this and see if this is what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Let me do a cross-reference. Like literally. Pawnbroker says, King Fury, destroyer of bulbs. Hey, man, why you say that, man? Why you say that, man? Hey. Why you say that, man? Patty says, I can't press the like button because I smashed it earlier. Good looking out. Good looking out, Patty. Hey, Rod Real Show says, I would pay to see you publicly debate Blue Blood on any subject, especially about religion. Yo, you know, in any debate, you got to have receipts. We have to know the subject matter, and then we have to come with tangibles to support what you're saying. And then you have to look at what is it that my opponent, like, you got to look at, then the information that you have to poke holes in your own information. This is how you do a debate. You have to poke holes in it. Because you got to assume that whoever you're debating is going to poke holes in it as well. And then you got to know how to counter the holes that you figure that your opponent is going to come at you with. That's it. That's all it is. You find out stuff that supports your claim, and you find out stuff that go against your claim. You can't in debates, you can't be a subjective debater. Because you got to know how that person's gonna come at you when you debate them. Southpaw Killer said, Alphabet Boys never leave a link. yeah. Captain Debbie said Johnson my favorite heavyweight as well. Alphabet Boys leaving the well count spams on these site codes. Yeah, man. Yeah, they at me. My source is 3 people that never been in my kitchen. Oh man. Look at Bar Squad. They say Blue Blood is a Christian. Okay. Hey, okay. All right. I grew up in the church as well. Bar Squad, boy, I see you, boy. Look at that. I like that avatar too, man. Hey, man. Hey, I don't want no smoke today, dog. Y'all got that, baby boy. You got that, baby boy. Bar Squad, you got that. You know what I mean? He say circus fights are the future. Yeah, it kind of look, well, in America it is. The American boxing scene is terrible. You know, in the welterweight division, we got like Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Rashidi Ellis, stuff like that. But all these fighters gonna fight each other. The American boxing scene is it ain't looking too good, dog. I'm just being honest with you. I give a shout out to y'all in the UK, man. You UK, y'all keeping boxing alive, bro. Over in America, it ain't cracking like that. It ain't cracking like that. Because you got too many fighters, too many other good fighters are on different sides of the fences, and no one is doing anything for each other. No one is fighting each other. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. So my source says, now don't ask me who the source is. But my source says, it's time to give everybody a shout out. Shout out to Anthony Kane.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Johnny Blaze.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Southpaw Killer.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans and NSA Agent Zero.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Thomas Jones.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells, Lady Shan.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lee Luna. Shout out to Arlette, even though she wasn't here.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Kathy W, the Queen Kathy.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mad Tab Boxing and Sports. Shout out to Patty McGomez. Shout out to Peter Von Arts.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Haggis Muncher. Hey, shout out to Linux Was Best.
Hey, okay.
Hey, shout out to Bruce Goals, my brother.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans and Julio Guzman.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to PC Jacobs. Es un placer conocerlo, mi hermano.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Andy C.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Puro Sur Central. What the lick read, baby?
Hey, okay.
Como tú andas?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Terry. Shout out to Alan Skill. Shout out to Paul Evans.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to, I said my main man, Bruce Gold.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Queen, what is it, Kathy W? I already said you earlier.
Yeah.
To this day. For real, though. True. Shout out to Peter Von Arts.
Hey, Okay.
Shout out to Andy C in the building.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Thomas Jones. Thomas. Okay, we reloaded.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Rider of the Storm. Salute to my brother.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Pond Poker.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Chat Get Bang.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Levi. Levi, what's going on, fam? Levi Smith.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Chuck Supremacy.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Bomb Squad. My weaponization.
Hey.
You don't
Okay.
know nothing about that. That's from E40 back in the 90s. You don't know nothing about E40. You know, E-Feezy, Fasheezy. You don't know nothing about that. That before your time, Bomb Squad. I'm pretty sure you just jumped off the porch yesterday.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to 22B.
Hey. Okay.
Bomb Squad say to this day.
To this day. To this day.
You know what I mean? Hey, shout out, hey man. Hey, listen. Shout out to Jabba the Hutt for doing a great interview today with Deontay Wilder. Shout out to Wilder for revealing to us what Tyson Fury's options is as it relates to there's no more fights. If he tries to back out of the fight, what's going to happen? So shout out to that. Great, that was a pretty good section of the interview. I didn't hear the whole interview, to be honest with you guys. I heard like maybe 22 minutes of it, about 20 minutes of it. And from what I heard, it was, you know, it was Gucci. It was Gucci.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Southpaw Killer. I digress.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to I think I got everybody. Shout out to the troll.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Johnny Blaze and Andy C.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Peter Von Ross. Oh, shout out to my main man Smith and West. Shout out to Diallo Huggy as well.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to my main man Toon.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Johnny Blaze.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Southpaw Killer.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Buddy McGirt too, man. Buddy McGirt, man, I got to get you on this show, baby boy.
Hey. Okay.
Got to get Buddy McGirt on the show. See what I'm saying? Got to get him on the show. Shout out to Rod Rib Shows.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Dr. Hook. I think that's the left hook.
Hey. Okay.
You know what I mean? Dr. Hook says, I have to keep it 100. Blue doesn't have to beg. He simply has a lower following. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Take my hat out to him, boy. I do not knock the hustle at all.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Anthony Kane.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Bon Kiki.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Teach. What's going on?
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells.
Hey. Okay.
Jeff Lucietta, what's happening? You Wapo, what the link read?
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to JBE and John's Boxing News.
Yeah.
True. Shout out to Anthony Dilly.
To this day.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to what's my brother's name? Arthur. Arthur, what's going on, fam?
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Palm Poker once again. Shout out to everybody. If I forgot you, man, please do not be upset with me, fam. Please do not be upset with me. Trying to catch everybody is hard. You know, give everybody a shout out. Other than that, man, tune in tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know I talk so damn fast. Don't beat me there, man. Listen, man, we're on our way to 5,000. The merchandise is here. Going to be dropping it. Brother, you're going to love the jackets. I have some jackets that are the bomb. We are about to blow up. Other than that, new media today, Coach Malachi Williams. Don't meet me there, beat me there. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
Hey. Okay.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.